Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Wow.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show, the Friday edition, yes.
Look at that.
It's Friday.
Oh,
my God.
It truly is. Another full week. Wow, did we put in 2 full weeks?
We sure have.
That's insanity.
We sure have.
What the hell are we doing? Overworking.
Thank you. Thank you.
Applause via Sam Roberts.
Thank you.
One show comes running in for another. He's a fucking Renaissance man.
Is he?
That means asshole.
I'm very, very sad today because
what happened?
Well, we lost a Munchkin overnight.
They are.
I hope they find.
Easy to lose.
I hope they find her.
Oh,
we lost a Munchkin last night. We're down to one Munchkin.
One guy Munchkin left.
One guy Munchkin left, right.
Yeah.
From the Wizard of Oz.
From the Wizard of Oz, of course. I thought it was an amazing thing that there were any Munchkins alive past the 50s.
Right.
I mean, the 1950s, not their 50s.
Right, sure.
And then I heard that there were like 130-something Munchkins on the fucking movie.
Set? Yeah.
Yeah.
And why do we know them all by name?
Yeah.
Because they were Munchkins?
Because they were the fucking Munchkins.
All right.
It just goes to show you, though, I don't think you could scrounge up 130 fucking midgets these days for anything. I think the whole thing with like testing your baby and shit and doing those natal tests and everything. I think I don't think there's as many fidgets anymore.
You're crazy.
I swear, I don't even think there's as many.
Watch Little People Big World. There's a lot of little people still,
but
a lot of kickables.
But they're of that age. I don't think we're pumping out any new fidgets.
No, I don't think. I think
it's prenatal testing and fucking care.
But I don't think that's one where you say fuck it.
I would.
No, but
get the Hoover.
You're not stopping a pregnancy because you got a Munchkin inside.
Sure you are.
I'm telling you,
I bet people do.
You're not.
Your child is a dwarf.
There is a lot of testing, and you could stop your pregnancy, but you're not stopping it for a little person inside your belly.
And how about this?
I'm telling you, watch Little People Big World. They get together with these conventions, and there's hundreds of them still, maybe thousands.
Bet there's but how are you going to scrounge up that many for a movie? I bet
put the word out.
And let me tell you something. I know through personal experience, back when I was a kid, there were a fuckload more midgets walking around than you see it today. And I honestly think, not so much that they're scraping them, but I think that through genetic testing, you kind of know if you're predestined to have a dwarf before you even start having kids.
Oh, wow.
I think...
Have fun with the little people, man.
Genetically...
I'm out on this one.
They are... Really?
Yeah. You're not stopping a pregnancy over a Munchkin. I'm telling you.
I think medical technology has made it where we don't see as many dwarves. We don't see as many...
What about Peter Dinklage?
Physically... How about this also? We don't see as many physically deformed... children and people.
I understand your point.
Yeah.
Completely. But the Munchkin thing is not in that category.
I would throw that in there.
They live very normal lives. They're just a bit shorter than you and me.
But they don't make the choice. It's the normal parents that make the choice, like, oh my God, we have a fucking dwarf, and they decide,
but you have to be a horrible parent to stop a pregnancy because you got a kickable inside.
I honestly think.
Oh, that's just a joke, people.
That it's something that they would consider.
I couldn't disagree with you more.
I think it's a consideration people make when they have a pregnancy or before a pregnancy when they notice they're predestined.
Sure, I also think that people are stopping pregnancies because they got a redhead inside.
Well, that's probably true.
Redhead and like a Munchkin.
Yeah.
About the same level. So it's not.
You think?
Yes, I'm telling you, people are having
Munchkins. I see a lot more
Munchkins.
gingers than I see fucking Munchkins out there.
People are having Munchkins still.
Not at the numbers that they were years ago.
No, I
gotta say it.
I think with all the bullying that's still going on, even though there's bullying campaigns, that makes the little people hide a little more.
Do you know how many midgets I used to see? They were all over the place. You'd go into the city, midgets walking down the street. You go, you register for school, and you're a kid, and you go in with it, and then your first day of school, there's a few midgets roaming the hallways.
Did you have a little fella in your high school?
every fucking year.
I don't think we had a little fella in our high school.
I had a midget that wound up working for the fucking Clinton administration.
Right.
And, yeah, he was, like, big in politics. He just died recently. I saw him at my reunion, though.
Really?
Yeah. That was, like, his last appearance.
The one where you brought the 17-year-old?
18 at that time.
18, sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, people thought it was my daughter. It was hilarious. Yeah, and we started making out.
I just would not be able to do that.
Dude, it's hilarious.
I know a lot of people praise you for that.
Oh, the girls were fucking repulsed. I love it.
No way I would be able to do that.
All those chicks that wouldn't give you the time of day. Yeah. Fuck them all in the ass.
Wow.
That's what I say.
Wow. No, I don't think people are stopping pregnancies over.
I do.
Over Munchkins.
People are stopping pregnancies over anything. And I think if you have a dwarf.
Right. No, we're not talking about the party girls that use that as birth control.
Well, I know.
We're talking about responsible parents that are having children, and they see they got a munchkin inside. They're not stopping the pregnancy.
Or a munchkin inside. Let's go before that. If you're responsible parents that want to have kids, a lot of times you'll go and if you have something in your family history, maybe you'll go to the doctor and say, all right, could we do a genetic test and see what type of deformities or something I'm predestined for? Right. And then they do this genetic testing and they say, okay, look, you have the midget gene.
Right.
You have the midget gene, so there's a whatever % chance that if you have a kid, you'll have a midget. Right. And then they decide, look, I don't even want to take that chance, and now they don't have kids, and there you go, less midgets.
I would have a munchkin. I'd have no problem having a munchkin.
Knowing that you would have a munchkin before you even conceived.
Well.
See, less munchkin. Less munchkin.
But, I mean, if it got to the point where we didn't do any of that and there was a munchkin...
All right, but I'm saying that...
I'd have no problem with a munchkin.
I'm saying that definitely takes away from the munchkin population.
But I ain't lowering any of my shit.
He's gonna have to fucking get a stool.
I'll get some step stools, but I ain't lowering my counter down to that awkward fucking ball bag level.
I hear you.
Hell no. Normal size everything.
Put the burden on him.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I'll tell him what I could have done.
I agree.
All right?
There were a lot of weird fucking deformities when I was growing up. You saw a lot of shit out there. It was like the nom.
That's where I'm in with you.
Yeah.
I do believe, yes.
But I think...
With the testing and stuff, people are choosing to stop pregnancies for things that could be just horrific.
I think some people consider dwarfism
I don't think the munchkin's in that category.
They don't want their child to have to go through these things and the hardships, and they decide, we'll give it another shot, and maybe the good gene will fucking...
Peter Dinklage.
There's your anomaly. Peter Dinklage being a very successful, serious actor.
Right. He was in Elf, and he was, of course, in Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, he's great in it. And it's like,
things.
you know he's a dwarf, but you don't go like, oh, he's playing the part of a jester or something like that. He's an actor to be taken seriously.
So his parents were supposed to stop the pregnancy?
But how old is he? That was back in the day.
And the paper, that was yesterday, hilarious. And I was going to tweet that picture. The papers here in New York fuck with Peter Dinklage, because Peter Dinklage had a kid recently, a daughter, and a, quote, normal-sized daughter.
Uh-huh.
And the daughter is probably 2 and already half his size.
Oh, coming up to the shoulder.
And there was a picture a few months back of Peter Dinklage with a baby carrier, trying to walk around with his kid. It's one of the funniest pictures you'll see. And the papers do this on purpose.
Yeah.
I think they're just waiting. Look, him trying to push a baby stroller with a baby. Look at that.
The fact that a dwarf can have normal-sized kids is a cruel little joke. They should only, you would think that dwarf would only have a dwarf so that they could,
little people,
have a little people family and shit. It's kind of funny when the kid is so much taller than the...
Little people, big world.
I know.
3 out of the 4 kids were normal size.
3 out of the 4.
3 out of the 4.
And then whoopsie.
But the parents still made everything fucking low. It's not nice.
It's because of them.
You can't make everything low.
It's very selfish.
Right.
Yeah.
I love the Munchkins, and we lost...
we lost the female, the last female Munchkin.
So we got one left who's 93, they said.
He must be thinking...
One guy.
He must be thinking it's like day by day at this point.
Of course.
But not the only celebrity that we lost of late.
No.
That's for sure.
We lost the professor.
Yes.
From Gilligan's Island. Yeah. Now, being a child of the 80s, that was one hell of a show, man. That was a show I watched a lot.
I'll tell you, you make
and I know Jimmy doesn't like Gilligan's Island. I kind of liked it growing up.
It was very goofy.
Right.
As a child, you could watch that, and it
was on all the time.
And in the 70s and 80s, that fucking show was on everywhere all the time.
Right.
You couldn't get away from it.
Right.
It was a staple on TBS during the early days of Turner Broadcasting.
Sure.
And
what was his real name? Russell Johnson.
Russell Johnson.
He really didn't do anything after Gilligan's Island.
No, I saw him in a couple of Twilight Zone episodes. He was in that Twilight Zone where he was the guy that went back in time to when Lincoln was assassinated.
Yeah.
And he tried to stop it, but he realized that, like, even if you go back in time, you can't change the big events. But he did change one little thing that made the kind of butler guy at his club, his upper snooty club, made him a member of the club. So he went back and was like, "You're right, you can't change history. I tried to, save Lincoln and everything like that. It couldn't be done." And then he asked the guy, like, "Hey, get my coat or something." He's like, "What? I'm a member of the club."
Oh, wow.
And then he told the story of how he got wealthy.
Right.
And it was directly tied into something that he did when he was back in the Lincoln thing. So that was... he was in one of those. But he popped up in a few of those Alfred Hitchcock things and stuff.
But he looked kind of old when he was doing Gilligan's Island. That's why it was creepy to find out he was still alive yesterday.
Yeah.
Or, recently, whatever.
Yeah.
And then also Reuben Kincaid.
Reuben Kincaid, the fucking manager, booking agent, or whatever for the Partridge Family.
Right.
Always getting into little scuffs with Danny.
Dave Madden.
Dave Madden.
Another guy that looked pretty damn old when the show was on the air.
Oh, yeah.
And
he was pretty wacky.
Yeah, he died yesterday, I guess.
Dave Madden. And then you hear it's like, and both of them, it's like, they died at a hospice. It's like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, you just picture him yelling out things like, "Danny!"
Right. Oh, my God.
We have a gig. Surely we have a gig. Make you happy. And he's just a lunatic.
Oh, wow. Dementia's not pretty.
No, surrounded by friends and family. Oh, boy.
Fuck that.
It's like, we're surrounded. That sounds threatening.
Right. Let me fucking breathe here a little bit. I only got a few of them left. Let me do it in peace.
Yeah. He's gone, though. He was funny on that on the Partridge Family. He was like the kind of straight guy, but funny.
He was all right. What's his name? Is an alcoholic, huh?
David Cassidy.
David Cassidy.
Third Dewey in like a few years. He's going to see some fucking jail time if you don't watch out.
Yeah, he looks horrendous. He's
bloated. He's got alcohol bloat.
He was the Justin Bieber.
He was the Justin Bieber of the fucking late 60s, early 70s.
He was the Biebs.
He was.
The Biebs better watch out.
Made very popular the shag haircut.
Yeah.
Remember the shag haircut?
The girls loved
it.
David Cassidy.
He was the sex symbol. He got some fucking pussa back in the early Partridge Family days and stuff.
Why do you think he's a raging alcoholic, or so it seems?
I think because his father was like an alcoholic, right? An asshole. His father was jealous of his fame because he always wanted to be famous.
What was his father's name?
His father's name was...
His father had a little fame.
Mr. Cassidy.
Mr. Cassidy. Okay.
Yeah, he.
That's weird how that works out sometimes.
His father is in a couple of, or at least one of my favorite Columbos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he played such a dick.
Jack Cassidy, I think.
Jack Cassidy.
I think I got that one on my own. Jack Cassidy, right?
Jack. Yeah, Jack Cassidy.
And he sort of looks like that guy. I mean, he was a character actor. He was in a bunch of things.
Oh, he was. Yeah.
But Definitely. He was just an asshole to David Cassidy, huh?
He wanted the fame that David Cassidy wound up getting, and he resented it. Never gave David Cassidy any of the kudos that I guess he deserved. He was married to Shirley Jones, who was not David Cassidy's real mother.
Right.
It was the mother in the Partridge Family, but it was like his stepmother.
Okay.
And she has talked about Jack Cassidy like, oh boy, that was a fucking dick. Yep.
So there you go.
Two of them gone from the old childhood.
And we move on to the Swiss cheese pervert has been arrested.
Hey, there you go. They fucking got him, huh?
They sure did.
How'd they get him? Someone rat him out? Rat cheese.
I don't know.
Maybe?
How did they get him? Actually, they just knew who he was because of that picture.
They had a pretty good picture of him, and enough people saw it where it's like, oh my God, that's fucking, that's Bob or whatever his name is.
I don't know. I think about these type of things.
Do you? Jerking off with the
Swiss cheese?
Yeah, me too.
I think this is silly shit.
It's very silly.
But we're guys. Like if you're on a subway and some of these women, I guess, get horrified by a flasher or something. But
yeah.
If I was a woman, I think I would just laugh at that.
Yeah, yeah.
As long as they weren't aggressively trying to fucking do anything.
Right.
But it just seems more silly than scary.
It does seem silly.
Like, here's a guy driving around, like, with Swiss cheese over his dick.
The Swiss cheese makes it silly. Like, if he was just driving around jacking off and looking at people, you'd be like, oh, that's a little creepy. But the Swiss cheese makes it like, oh, he's got Swiss cheese. That's
but I would
hilarious.
still laugh at that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be horrified. I would laugh. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Women, and rightly so, have a lot more to be scared of and threatened of from the penis.
Well, they got the hole.
They have the hole that the penis goes in.
Right, they got the hole.
We laugh because we have the penis, and we just look at the other penis and go, that's funny.
Right.
Women have the hole.
They got the hole.
And the penis is constantly looking to go in the hole. So it's very dangerous for them, and they should rightly so be nervous.
But I love the strong women that stand up to these guys, and instead of being like, screaming and running away, they fucking mock them, and they take their video of the guy or whatever.
Point, laugh, take video
and
pictures.
humiliate the person.
Yeah.
I respect women like that.
That does take a brave woman, because women usually just kind of eek, scream, run away, get scared, cry, call the police.
But if you saw a woman in a car with Swiss cheese over her
pussy,
her hole.
Oh my God!
Her hole.
I put on my little rat mask and go to town.
Right.
Nom 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 nom.
But not only would you not be horrified by that, you would probably follow her.
Oh, of course.
Right.
I'd be like, if this chick's willing to do that, she's willing to suck my dick. That's the universal mindset of the man.
Right.
If a girl sees a guy jerking off on the subway, she's going to think that guy wants to rape or kill me or something. If a guy sees a woman doing something perverted, it's like, I think I could fuck her.
Right.
There's
That's what I'm
universal
trying to say.
Difference.
We look at this shit very differently.
Yeah, yeah.
But the Swiss cheese pervert has been arrested. Police say they have arrested the so-called Swiss cheese pervert, the man accused of using Swiss cheese to sexually proposition women in the Philly area. Christopher Pagano, it looks like, was arrested at his home in Norristown on Thursday afternoon as part of a joint investigation between Philadelphia and Norristown police.
A joint investigation over the Swiss cheese jack-off guy? Wow.
The 41-year-old has allegedly been spotted driving up to women and asking them if they would like to get paid to see him put Swiss cheese on his genitals.
That is a weird little fetish.
I would laugh.
Yeah, you toss him a few bucks and watch.
He was charged with stalking and harassment as well as open lewdness.
Hasn't he already been arrested for this?
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I just forgot.
Hi,
Jimmy.
Wait.
He was a weirdo neighbor, Ray Dean, told NBC 10's blah, blah. He used to come outside in his underwear with no shirt.
Nice.
What a lovely neighbor to have.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was arrested for this before. Probably.
I thought I read that he had been either arrested or questioned.
You don't just start doing this.
Yeah.
Well, here's a witness, Priscilla, who was driving in the car with her cousin, said she thought it was a joke at first, but when they reached another light at Fox Street, the man allegedly had his pants down, upset by the sight. See, upset by the sight. Women think differently.
Ladies.
I'm not blaming them. It's just strange to me. Yeah. I would not be upset by that.
It would be doubled over with laughter at the sight.
I would be trying to get a better look.
Right. What is that, Swiss cheese? Come here.
Even if it's a guy, I would be trying to get a better look. Because I'm like, this is something you don't see every day.
Why is it? Did I just see a guy with Swiss cheese over his dick? It's hilarious.
I'm following this idiot.
Right.
Upset by the sight, she quickly drove off. Now I'm freaked out because I know it wasn't a joke, she told NBC 10 on Monday night.
Oof.
The woman is the latest victim to come forward and detail the alleged indecent exposure by the man. Investigators say the suspect also exposed himself to other women while offering them money to watch him put Swiss cheese on his privates in several neighborhoods in Philly. I know these neighborhoods, by the way. This is relatively close to where the where I hang out when I go to Philly. The suspect was described as a heavy-set male between the ages of 40 and 50 with a goatee or whatever. They got him. They got him.
Thank God. Take that fucking filth off the streets.
Yeah. What a creep.
Yeah.
So, there you have it.
That's great. How was your flight in, Jimmy?
It was good.
Some of that turbulence, or was that past? Yeah.
No.
There was a big turbulence problem around the New York area yesterday.
Why?
They had like a stop at LaGuardia. They weren't letting some planes go. It was just like the air was fucked up, and I guess a plane that was going to Beijing had to turn around. Like 5 flight attendants got fucking banged up.
Really?
From severe turbulence.
They told us we would hit some the last hour of the flight, but I was...
oh, really?
Yeah,
not too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, the Rhino Hunter is now being hunted. Nice.
Ah, yeah, I see Jimmy's...
nice.
Jimmy's the newest Rhino activist.
People threatening my kids, he says. Corey Knowlton defends buying a $350,000 permit to hunt an endangered black rhino.
$5
while adding that he needs private security to protect him after death threats.
Isn't the irony of that, though?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the black rhino, you know, he wants to just...
The rhino wants the same consideration, I guess.
He wants to just live out the rest of his days in fucking peace.
Some rhino life. Having to look at that stupid horn in your face. Imagine that, like, just put a horn between your eyes and have to fucking walk around like that. Oh, yeah. What a dumb design.
Yeah, leave that guy alone.
Poor fuck. You stand in front of him, he can't see you.
You gotta move your neck a lot to see what's going on.
What a pain in the ass.
So,
horn.
I don't know.
Like a huge zit. Okay, that's pretty funny. You ever have a zit on your nose or something that you just see out of the corner of your eye?
Oh,
so annoying.
I think anyone else sees this? Yeah, that's just gluttony.
Yeah, now his argument is the $350,000 is going towards saving the animals, some type of animal preserve.
But that's how they justify it, because they know it looks horrific out there. So they're like, oh fuck, we got to.
Jimmy had a good analogy though, the 9/11 analogy. That was yours?
Yeah,
that was good.
What was the 9/11?
He said that's like saying 9/11 was a good thing because it made air security on aircraft better.
It improved air
security. It's like, okay, but that's the byproduct of it, but.
And here's the problem. They're not going to stop at the one rhino. Now that this was successful, they're like, oh, this was successful.
Pump out some more rhinos.
And then the rhinos aren't going to be as old and decrepit.
How about
Fast forward, it's going to be young baby rhinos.
How about you pay less, right? You pay a lot less, and then you hunt them with a paintball gun. And then you just... It's like, oh, I would have got him.
That would have been the death shot.
It would have been the kill shot. It would have been great.
Then give him a tranquilizer so it looks like he's dead. Take your stupid fucking
picture.
I'm a man picture. Look at me.
These fucking rhinos are addicted to the fucking tranquilizer.
You can hold up the head.
Shot every week.
You can hold up the head with the fucking horn. Look at me. I don't get it.
I don't either. I don't appreciate that whole thing.
I mean, this goes way beyond just hunting, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
It's gross.
Yeah, it is. There's a mindset there that is a lot different.
He said, this is why I hate this guy so much. He said, I'm a hunter. I wanted to experience a black rhino. I wanted to be intimate. I want to be intimately involved with a black rhino.
Intimately involved?
This is what this cunt said.
What does that even mean?
If I go over there and shoot it or not shoot it, it's beyond the point.
Do we have the clip of this guy? I'm on CNN.com right now. It looks like there could be a little audio clip
If he considers that intimate, he's dangerous. Like, I want to be intimate with a woman, so I'm just going to fucking choke her out, crush her windpipe.
To be fair, he's not dangerous. There's a lot of guys that think like this.
Well, I know. Yeah.
A lot of guys. They're probably yelling and screaming at their radios right now. Well, I just don't get it personally.
Because the rhino is dangerous because he can no longer reproduce and he's aggressive towards... Shut the fuck up. Let nature handle that. That's fine. Right. I don't care about the old rhino. That's not the point.
Here's the clip from Piers Morgan.
Oh, first of all, let me state for the record, I hate Piers Morgan and don't agree with anything.
But you love him when he's on the show.
Yeah, well,
actually, last time
a little debate with him. That was fun.
A bit of a debate.
He just blurted out fucking half-truths, and I blurted out facts. There you go.
Wow.
About this kind of trophy hunting is the trophy aspect. They hate, if they love animals, seeing people like you who have a lot of money going over there, hunting down endangered species, and then proudly boasting of what you've done and posing for pictures, which you then look like you're celebrating.
That's
and they do hate it. You know that. You've read the reaction.
Yeah, and I think hates are, and look, I'm not, and speaking of that, but I want to go back to it. That's urban sentiment versus science, okay? Urban sentiment is hate. I'm being a part of science. All these countries I hunted in, Piers, all across Africa, all across Central Asia, they put these programs. I'm a member of a group of people who care enough to put their money where their mouth is. Now, as far as celebrating the hunt, Piers, I didn't, look at it. I grew up very, very poor in poverty, Piers. Okay? When I went hunting as a child, it was my granddad and my dad. We looked at hunting as a celebration and a camaraderie together, as a special time together. And that's how I was. I understand these people don't understand it. They didn't grow up that way. Okay. Piers, just like the gun thing. You've been attacked just the way I am about your views of guns. Okay? And we're human beings, both you and I. I don't think you should be hated because you believe that. I don't think I should be hated because I lead my life a certain way.
Wrong.
They're threatening my children, Piers. They're threatening to kill me. The FBI is alerted. The Las Vegas SWAT team is on alert. I have security going everywhere I go. That's the hate that I'm dealing with.
But
why do you need it, though? You have a gun.
Reaction.
Pause.
That's crazy. Why do you need it? You have a gun.
Yeah, you fucking cunt. You want to pay all that money to hunt something because granddad and you and dad? Who gives a fuck? Who cares about what you and your dad did? That's not my business.
He had to know. This was in every newspaper.
That's why it was anonymously, and they were out. He did it annonously. He did know.
You had to know.
Yeah, this is one of those.
And you still did it. You knew this would cause problems, and you still did it.
This is one of those issues that really get people wound up. Yeah. I don't agree with killing endangered species like that, regardless how fucking on his last leg the dumb rhino is.
Yeah, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. You're not helping. That's how I do it.
You're not really helping, because would you just give up that money anyway for the cause?
Right.
No, he wants the,
You want to kill a black rhino.
You want the payoff.
Stop with the I'm helping. You just want to kill an endangered species.
It's like when you contribute to PBS, I want the fucking tote bag.
All right,
I want the tote bag.
Yeah, you just don't want to give up the money.
I'm not just going to give up the money without the tote bag.
If you were a real man, you would say, you know what, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I know people are not going to be happy with this, obviously, because of how we even did this behind closed doors.
Yeah.
So I'm paying my $350, but I've decided to let the rhino live. That would have been a major fucking move.
Right.
Here, push play again.
Pig. Has the reaction, however well-reasoned or unreasoned, has the venom of the reaction and the amount of the reaction made you think twice about going through with this?
It hasn't made me think twice, but Piers, to be honest, 100%, I had no idea that it would be this visceral.
Wow.
I had no idea
that
they would be attacking my 2-year-old daughter and my 7-year-old daughter and my beautiful young wife. And they'd want to kill us all and make a Saw movie out of us, Piers. These are the type of things that I'm getting, okay? Now, look, you can say what you want to say about hunting and say what you want to say about me and say, okay, it's an egotistical thing. It's not an egotistical thing. It's a belief system and a belief in conservation for me, Piers.
Can you pause again?
That's what it is.
Wait, he still has a chance not to kill the black rhino? Yeah. And he pretty much said there he's
I guess he's saying go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But now that your kids, you feel like your kids and your family are in danger, and you're going to still go through it?
Ugh. Well, it's not about ego. It's about his conservationist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're willing to put your own family's safety on the line at this point?
Threatening to kill his family is a little fucking strange for people that are like.
Oh, I don't think that's right. To be honest,
it's crazy.
But that's what is going down, and that's the cards he has right now, and he's going to still go through with it. That's because nuts.
If it comes between someone's family and a rhino, fucking hack the rhino up like the end of fucking Apocalypse.
Oh, sure.
But the guy, like I said, I don't agree with this, but there's something there. I'm not 100% on the other side either. There's some $350,000 going towards some fucking dumbass African nation would probably help those motherfuckers out a little. I almost said something other than motherfuckers.
Isn't there another way to get that type of money?
Well, you want something in exchange for your money. We all do. and this guy wants some fucking excitement of the hunt kind of a thing.
Right.
It's an end justifies the means kind of a thing, and obviously a lot of people don't think that the means justifies the end. But I guess he has a belief, and he has a point in this. I don't agree with it.
He's a pig.
I don't agree with it.
There's a black rhino somewhere that has no idea
that he's causing all this guff.
Right. Let's get to the end of this clip.
And you have a belief about firearms. You have a belief about a lot of things. I respect your belief. Man, if I was right there, Pierce, I'd hug you. Okay? I'm a good human being. Just because I have a different belief than them, I don't hate them. I respect them. It's just like Bob Barker, okay?
What?
He said what he said about it, all right?
Oh.
And Bob is a well...
Spay and neuter the rhino? Is that what he said? Loves spaying and neutering.
All right? But if I want to learn about the Price is Right, and I want to learn about Plinko, I'll talk to Bob Barker. If I want to learn about conservation, I'm going to defer to the experts at the IUCN. I'm going to defer to the experts
Bob Barker doesn't know anything but Plinko.
Okay? And the fact
that was a good burn.
All this hate
good line.
you're talking about. The one thing I will say to Bob Barker is the price was wrong. The
Oh,
contribution would have been
nice.
much higher. And everybody would have been much better for it, even up to $1 million. They scared these people away because they didn't want to go through what I'm going through now.
All bidding on just to go out and kill something that's endangered. It's like, I don't care where the money goes, because the point is that these guys are just fucking pigs who want to go out and kill something. Like, I want to be intimately, and picture that voice saying what he quoted as saying, I want to be intimately involved with the black rhino.
Seems to set a bad precedent.
Oh, he's a scumbag. He looks like David Duchovny, and he's a scumbag.
Let me say hi to Harry in Nevada. Harry.
Nice hat, Harry.
What's up, Harry?
Thanks, guys. How are you?
We're good, man.
Yeah, this guy in this black rhino hunt, let me start by saying I grew up hunting my whole life, hunted everywhere, and there's ways around doing those types of hunt. It's high-dollar shit, and I would never fucking shoot a rhino. A lot of these guys, they'll go out and they'll dart these animals, and they'll go measure it, and the animal gets up and walks away, and they go measure the horn and shit like that for their, so they can fucking have it replicated, hang it on their fucking wall. I don't know who would ever want to kill a rhino, but there's ways around.
I bet that fucking thing's too old though to fucking dart at this point. You know, some kind of an anesthetic, a trank dart is probably dangerous to an older animal like that.
Sure.
Yeah, I kind of came in the middle of it, but I don't fucking agree with as a fucking hunter.
And I think there's a much bigger problem that isn't being addressed with such vim and vigor here in the United States, and that's poaching that's going on. They try their best over there in Africa, but they do have limited resources to catch a lot of these poachers.
Right.
But that is a much bigger threat to a lot of these endangered species than an American dumbass hunter that wants to spend over $250,000.
It's the same thing, though. It's the piggish. It's like knowing something's endangered and wanting it anyway. Like, there's something just so fucking gross about it, and it's not. It's like we all eat meat, and you know what I mean. And people who hunt and kill, whatever. That's
whether it's coming through a hole in the bathroom wall or it's on your plate.
I said eat meat, not sit on it. But you know, it's not about being holier than thou for anyone that hunts. It's not. There's something so gross about knowing the situation that this animal's in and doing it anyway. You're just a cocksucker if you do that.
It's gluttony.
It's absolute gluttony. That's exactly what it is.
It's just, I don't know. Well, that guy was an avid hunter, and he doesn't agree with it. So,
yeah, I don't think this is one of those clear-cut things where if you're a hunter, you agree with this guy. If you're anti-hunting, you disagree with this guy. This kind of has a very big gray area of a lot of hunters don't like what this guy's doing. It doesn't like what it represents. It does represent this gluttonous, fucking holier-than-thou, rich.
I don't think he represents the average hunter.
No. I'm
not in that world, but it just doesn't seem like that would be the average hunter's mindset.
And a lot of people do kind of poo-poo on that whole conservation thing when hunters bring up the fact that, like, the Jersey bear hunts that go on, they give out a certain amount of permits for hunting bears in New Jersey because they have to cull it back. But
the reason they have to cull it back is because we decided to keep fucking building it into their fucking areas.
But again, that's human progress, and you're not going to stop that.
I understand, but it's that dumb human perspective that I've been talking about lately. It's ridiculous.
But the fact of the matter is, we are building, and we do need to have bear-free zones for your animals and kids.
Why? You want to live in those areas? Then realize what's up there.
That isn't the way things work.
I understand it doesn't work that way.
It isn't the way things work.
But I've been watching some of those Alaskan shows. They're not fucking taking out all the fucking bears in there.
Fucking Alaska, though. You have as many people living in Alaska. I mean, Manhattan itself had wild animals in it before people got there.
No, I understand that, but then you need braver people to buy those houses. Period.
You think? Yeah, you think that's it.
Go look. We're not fucking killing any more bears, but this is a beautiful house. Look at what you get. But you might have to deal with a bear or two.
I don't think people want to do that, and I think the fact that
of course they're not.
Yeah,
of course they're not. I'm just saying.
But the hunt that goes on, you get a lot of people that say this is a terrible thing. You're murdering, but you're actually doing something for the animal population and the environment.
For the sacred, what are we doing? We're doing something nice for the sacred human.
We had to burn the village to save it.
We suck. Humans suck.
And the deer population out on Long Island and Connecticut. That's another fact of the matter is there are no natural predators for these deer. They fucking breed like insects. So when a hunt goes on, it culls back the herds to a reasonable level. Now, animal rights activists
reasonable level, so the humans could take over everything.
But exactly, we're just another animal on this planet.
How ridiculous that is?
Not really. If you look at it like we are just another inhabitant of this planet that needs places to live. We need a place to live.
Right.
We're increasing our population. But we need places to live. We need land to live on. And unfortunately, we win out over the animals that formerly occupied
I understand that
property.
That will be our downfall eventually.
Eventually, the disease, a little pestilence, whatever culls our little herd back.
We're out of control.
Out of control.
Humans are completely out of control.
Bacteria festering on this globe.
Right.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Just an out of control virus.
Yeah. I agree.
This guy wants to talk about it. Boston wants in. Jeff.
Hey,
guys.
Hey.
Hey, the thing that nobody's really talking about with this rhino thing is the fact that individual rhino was kind of a rogue. He was, running off other rhino herds and killing rhinos. So the conservation people over there in Africa could have killed this thing, quietly and not said anything, but they put the word out to their people that belong to that group that this guy belonged to, and they auctioned off a big ticket for him to come over and kill the thing.
I think
and then they take the money and use
We do know that.
I think you're buying too much into what they're telling us.
Justification.
Their justification.
And listen,
I personally think they needed to come up with a really good story because they knew people would have a major fucking problem with this. And then they got together and said, well, that rhino is a little old and he's a pain in the ass and he has been attacking this, this and that. It makes a better story. It makes people calm down a little bit. But in this case, it didn't calm anyone down.
Well, how about this? Take the $350,000 if you're so into conservation and build a fucking fence. Pen this dumb fucking old cunty rhino in, and you take that. You 50 grand, I'll get you a good fence, and the other 300 you can buy hats of the other fucking rhinos. We'll buy little fucking Christmas ornaments.
Silly would they look with hats on?
Dumb fucking horns.
I think people that you live in that type of world, they would know how to handle this rhino.
But if they were indeed going to kill it for nothing, and just like no one would even know about this. And instead decide, hey, we can make a lot of money from this that could be used for conservation and whatnot.
Right.
Isn't there some validity in that? No?
I think it sets a precedent, though. It becomes the thing.
You think it's just
it just becomes
if you do this in a little while, they're just going to be shooting fucking rhinos that are dropping out of the wombs.
Yes.
Like, hey, there's one. That's old and feeble.
Yeah.
Still got the fucking umbilical cord.
Because they're gonna go, wow, that really worked out well. No, we should do this every year. But we don't have a lot of, sick old rhinos that are a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we can find one, don't you think?
We'll just get some Somalis and put them in rhino suits. Send them running out there.
I don't know.
all right. Blacks. They're always targeting the blacks.
Oh.
I fully expect that from Boston. Thank you, Jeff.
Of course. It's Boston.
Let's say, I think Jim is wrong about this.
Okay.
Oh.
Ryan in Virginia. First of all, why is Jim wrong with this when we're all on the same page?
Right. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hi, sir.
Jimmy
Hi.
Norton. You couldn't be more wrong about this conservation issue, man.
All right, thanks for the call.
If the rhino can't reproduce anymore, then it is actually not hurting conservation of rhinos anymore. And in fact, the last caller actually said that the rhino was hurting other rhinos too. You know, if that's the case, then
Hurting with his words.
No, we did actually acknowledge that before, and we said that was the reason that they were giving. So let's just go out and hunt old people then.
All right.
They're not
Sign me up.
No, let's do it. You know what? They don't reproduce anymore. A lot of them have dementia, and they're kind of shitty. So let's go out and fucking hunt old people.
That's what Dr. Steve does.
It certainly is.
With a syringe and a pillow.
They call me the toe tag bandit.
But people would say that's outrageous. Why is that outrageous?
Right.
Why is that outrageous to, throw a few old people that have dementia in a fucking field somewhere and have at it?
well,
Why not?
Like The Walking Dead.
debate later, Jimmy Norton, February 6th, 7th, and 8th at the DC Improv, Washington, D.C.
That's right. I'll be discussing this issue in depth.
Something we can all agree on, yes.
Let's go to Aaron in Wisconsin. Aaron.
Hey, guys, how y'all doing today?
All right.
Well, personally, I believe that to take an animal is a sacred act, and if you're going to kill something, you have to use every bit of it. I believe to kill an animal as a trophy is fucking wrong.
Ooh.
If you're going to kill something, you use every bit of it so that way it doesn't go to waste.
Imagine what old rhino meat would taste like. Holy shit.
Would you eat a
old rhino?
Old rhino stew?
Oh, that would be great, right? Old rhino stew.
And then use that horn to stir it up
You would
all
just
nice.
stir it around with the big horn?
You're an avid hunter and you, disagree with this, huh?
I absolutely disagree with it. I think that guy is an egotistical jackass, and I think if he wants to give $350,000 for conservation, he should go ahead and give it without having to kill an animal.
I don't understand trophy hunting. I just don't understand it. That broad with that lion, that picture drives me insane.
Yeah, just knowing how few of
I
these
personally don't get it.
Animals we have left, it's kind of...
Right.
And I do get the point, too. Look, the rhino's old. It's fucking whatever. But it's still here. It's the rare instance where some of these endangered animals are still walking the earth. So, let him trounce around as long as he possibly can before he just drops dead of natural causes.
Right.
Because he's here. It's a very limited time, I think, that these animals have left on the planet. And the fact that people can actually see it walking around is kind of a good thing.
Let's say hi to Eric in Colorado. He says these types of hunts happen every year right here in the good old U.S. of A. Eric.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
They, here in Colorado, through the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation and I think it's Colorado Bighorn Foundation, bighorn sheep, Colorado Division of Wildlife only issues so many hunting permits every year. And they're done generally, if I remember correctly, they're done through the foundation, and then they're auctioned off. And all of the money goes to the Colorado Division of Wildlife for the hunting conservation. And one of the things that gets me when people complain about this stuff, and I'm going to challenge the three of you on this, if you believe this...
You're not challenging me to shit.
Well, worldwide,
challenge you to a thumb wrestle.
Exactly. I'll give you a fucking Indian burn.
Yeah. Sorry, sir. What?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
What's your challenge?
And I guess kind of more so for Jimmy, since he's been the most outspoken on it, then how about you donate a couple $1,000s to the World Wildlife Foundation, which goes to conservancy of animals all over the world.
I tried doing that once. It went to Vince McMahon. I don't know what happened. Crazy.
Looks like I lost my challenge.
Yeah. The point
I
is
ain't creaking open my wallet for that.
The people want to do this is what's so gross. The fact that you want to donate money, or you want them, you want to go out and say just shoot something endangered.
Yeah.
So I understand the mechanics of where the money goes. I'm not going, oh, I didn't know that. Thanks.
Right.
I know the money goes. It's the idea that they've set it up.
But not all of these hunts like this that are auctioned off, not all of the hunts actually take place. I know a couple of hunters, big game hunters, who do go and they buy in these auctions for these and they never actually go and hunt the animals.
Okay.
But that's not what this guy's doing. I agree. That's not what this guy's doing.
But that's not always the case, though.
Okay.
Right. Those hunts we don't hear about that.
Okay.
No, why would we? Because they don't happen.
Right.
That's basically just a donation. This scumbag was doing it anonymously, and it was leaked to the internet. And now he has a gun, and he wants to go over. He wants to go and shoot something that he donated. And now he's crying like a little fucking cocksucker because he's being threatened.
Right.
It's beautiful.
And in this case, two wrongs don't make a right.
No, I know that. I wasn't going to say something such legal mumbo jumbo.
But 3 rights make a left.
You should put that on a T-shirt, man.
I swear.
You'd sell a few of those.
Yeah.
People who are threatening his family are even more wrong. They should be instead of threatening him and his family, then they should be taking legal steps.
No, not at all, dude.
From occurring.
No, they're trying to raise awareness about bullying. That's all.
Right.
They're just threatening him because they want to raise awareness about bullying. They're trying to help the effort.
And you say it's wrong. I go ask the rhinos if they think that's wrong.
I don't think you get an answer.
You sure?
Yeah.
No, you probably got a big fucking dumb horn up your ass.
this is what the rhino is saying.
This is what the rhino. He's lovely.
All right, thanks. I guess whatever.
They're terrible responders, rhinos.
Well, that's why that's why they have
Yeah.
to make all those rules. How many of a specific animal they could kill because they know us as humans. We would just fucking kill every bear.
We're very bad at that.
Humans would have no problem killing every bear that's out there.
Yeah.
They'd have no problem killing every deer.
But there are these conservation agencies and whatnot that do great work as far as that. And I think a lot of their money does come from hunters.
Right.
And people see that as kind of an oxymoron kind of a thing. But it's true. Hunting is an integral part of conservation.
I saw a piggy fisherman over the summer.
Piggy fisherman?
Like, they have rules, and it was, if you get a striped bass, surf casting, it has to be a certain size.
I don't believe in the fish conservation. Just fucking take anything.
Well,
they're stupid looking.
And we were fishing, and there were a few.
What did Jimmy call them? Delicious monsters. Somebody tweeted they were listening to the podcast,
which is doing really well.
It's great. It's Jimmy and
Jimmy
his various...
hates animals. This week's podcast is doing really well.
Good.
Jimmy's
really
various takes on animals and whatnot.
Right.
And he said Jimmy describing a fish, and you were like, you just called them stupid, delicious monsters.
Yeah, I really give animals a beating on this one.
Oh, you certainly do.
I said we were fishing, but I hate doing. I don't really fish anymore. That whole hook thing and just yanking half its fucking
his head off when you take the hook out.
He
doesn't feel it
when you're trying to be careful.
He doesn't feel it now that he looks like fucking Ebert.
I love when.
Oh, sorry.
I love watching fishermen that get so excited until they pull in the fish and realize like the hook is through its eye, and they're like, oh, it went from this is so much fun to this is a horror show.
It's rarely just in that part of the mouth where it's hanging on the hook like, hey, look, it's like a cartoon.
Got to get the pliers out and work it out.
It's halfway through his brain, fucking his eyes hanging out now.
I thought this was supposed to be fun.
This will haunt me.
Thank God they don't have eyebrows, or it would really be horrific. But this piggy fisherman, because there are rules, and if it's not a certain size, you got to throw it back.
Yeah.
I saw a guy, I swear, down the beach. He catches a striped bass, and we're all watching him, reel it in or whatever. And he's maybe 100 yards, 50, I don't know, close enough where you could sort of see the size of the fish. He sees this thing, and he knows it's short of what it's supposed to be. This fucking guy took the hook out of the striped bass's mouth and sprinted to the house.
Oh, to keep it. Yeah,
to keep it. Knowing, like, if you leave it in your bucket...
that guy might come by.
And if a guy comes by on his four-wheel, you're fucked.
You're in
this
trouble.
guy couldn't get to the house fast enough to keep an illegal fish.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, whatever. But I just found it hilarious that this guy did a sprint. A guy that looks like he doesn't really run ever. But he wanted to make sure he was able to keep his illegal catch.
Yeah.
God, the phones are lit. I'll just read some of these, see if any other calls we want to take, because we pretty much have covered it. The big picture is it's going to attract more people wanting to hunt endangered species. I sort of believe that. Jackie in Indiana, I think Opie and Anthony and Jim are completely wrong on their perspectives.
Well, Jimmy obviously just telling, once again, a white man telling Africa how they can make their money. And why don't you just go over there and colonize?
Well, I've been trying to get a bunch of the Sirius XM people to go over there and like us all colonize it there together, do like a live broadcast, a live remote. Live remote.
A friend of mine's father's a big game hunter, and he has hundreds of heads.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I shot a Monopoly board the other day. A big game hunter.
This guy has a joke.
Wow, wish it was in front of your face.
This guy's got a joke.
Oh, let's hear it. I love a good joke.
John, we love a good joke.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Hey, John.
Hey.
Hey, it's not a joke. I was just thinking, it's like everybody's looking at this from the perspective of like the hunter of people and shit. Imagine the fucking rhinos. It's like the people. You got this guy in the neighborhood you want to get rid of, and you got this one black rhino terrorizing all the white rhinos. And he turns out like, oh yeah, fuck you. There's nothing you can do about it. Meanwhile, they're all in the corner like, oh yeah, wait till this guy sees what's gonna go on. Punching out.
Punching out?
You can't.
There's no punching out.
You imploded.
Punching out implies that your craft is wounded. You pull the lever, and the ejection seat punches you out of the aircraft. You are in a hole full of jet fuel and flames right now. That sucked! That wasn't even a joke. I don't know what that was. A soliloquy. Terrible.
I didn't even hear it.
Good.
Just
lucky.
Ruined the whole fucking flow of the show. Then it just ruined everything.
Oh, God. As long as you get rid of sugar and grains, you could eat anything, dude. He was preaching yesterday like you can't believe.
He's down 35 pounds.
Dude, you could eat the steak, the burgers, the fucking... you could eat the fucking...
Right. Well,
everything. Bacon.
But I was listening. Yep. I've been smoothing my ass off, and after Bob said that yesterday, look what I got. A big, sloppy fucking...
Bacon.
Breakfast with runny eggs and bacon.
He's like, dude, you eat fucking like you're on a diet. You're hungry 5 minutes later. He goes, you put the fat in your body. It does what the fat's supposed to do. But without the sugar and the grains.
He's not as hungry.
Yeah. And he has lost like 30 pounds.
He looks much better, and I'm happy for him. But enough with... You can consistently lose weight and enjoy bacon. There's a price to pay for that.
Yeah.
Hey, man, chill out. I'm eating bacon today.
Yeah,
once in a while you can eat bacon. I ate badly yesterday when I was away.
You did?
Yeah, once in a while you have your days where you fucking eat, you know?
No.
But you can't just eat bacon all the time and think, oh, I'm going to be the fucking picture of health.
This sure beats a fucking smoothie with blueberries. Fuck that stuff.
Who doesn't love some fucking bacon?
Dude,
I hear you.
I skated on my underwear because people want to know.
Because people want to know?
They want to know.
I don't know about that.
I skated.
Yeah, when we last left you yesterday,
I skated.
Opie had left his underwear out, inadvertently left his underwear out, because usually he hand washes the skid mark out. He left a skid mark underwear.
You make it sound like I have to do that every day.
No, they're on the rare occasion.
I swear it's a rare occasion. I guess my underpants were stuck in my ass crack all night, and when I was getting ready for work yesterday, I noticed there was a horrendous racing stripe, and I usually wash that stuff out in the sink by hand.
Yeah. But now he left it out and was very fearful that his wife would see it and think less of him.
Well, during the show yesterday, I had a realization like, oh, fuck, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I skated.
I think. How'd you skate? Was it left right where you...
No, it's gone.
Uh-oh. How'd you skate then?
I don't know. I think I skated.
She saw it. She just didn't say anything.
Oh, fuck no. She'd say something.
Would she?
Yeah. But I had a cleaning lady over yesterday, so I think she had to deal with it.
Oh. Mr. Greg.
Yeah, I think I skated.
Mr. Greg, are you sick?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Because it was gone. That was the first thing I went to grab when I got home yesterday. It was gone.
You didn't say something like, did you pick up any underwear?
Shit in the back of them?
Did you happen to?
Hell no.
Yeah.
The cleaning lady was there, so I think I skated.
Oh,
yeah,
lucky.
I'm pretty happy about that.
Well, let that be a lesson to you next time. Pay more
fuck
attention.
yeah.
I haven't had to wipe shit out of my underwear probably I'm 45 in probably 33 years.
Wow.
When I was 12, I might have had a sharding accident here and there. I
You
sharded
are
recently on the
squeaky
floor.
clean, Jimmy.
Recently, I sharded on the floor. I got up probably about 2 months ago. I was pissing, and I'm standing up, and I just went to cut a gasser, and it shot out, and I ruined my bathroom mat.
Oh, my God.
Dude, I had to just roll up my bath mat and take it and throw it in the fucking...
Like a mobster with a body.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I killed a little shit snitch and threw it down the
That's
dumpster.
fucking disgusting.
Oh, my God, man.
But, you know...
Yeah.
My underwear never gets stuck in my crack.
Well, it happened.
First of all, you need good new underwear.
Yeah.
Baggy underwear tends to, with half of it's up your ass, the other half of your balls are hanging out the side. Needs that. Get new underwear.
Yeah, I got new underwear.
All right.
I'm taking care of.
Let's use baby wipes. Baby wipes are probably better.
It's not a problem. It was a one and done.
That's occasionally. It happens more than it should.
Get a bidet.
A bidet?
It happens more than it should.
How do you know?
Because you've talked about it. You've talked about it.
You ever say fuck it and just have to go hit the showers?
Oh, yeah.
You just say, fuck it.
Of course.
There's no solving this dilemma without going to DEF CON fucking.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Anyway. What else?
I'll show you guys my method of ass wiping if you want.
No, that's all right.
I'm telling you, it's very
I ain't
effective.
sticking fingers all the way up my asshole.
Not a whole lot. Just a little piece just to get in there.
No.
Just to clean it out.
No.
Look at that. All of a sudden, then you put the paper and it comes out, there's nothing on it. You're like, job well done.
I don't know what that's about, but that's not normal.
It's very clean.
Yeah. Wrapping your finger in toilet paper and then kind of shoving it in.
The idea of my ass being dirty and sore, like it gets sore, like it did at Marvin's house that day, it scarred me for life.
Remember at Marvin's house, yeah.
Yeah, I put toothpaste in it, yeah.
Oh, weren't we talking about Gary Gilmore just the other day? Now the anniversary? Why does this happen to us?
Because we hit on a lot of topics.
It's so strange. Gary Gilmore, we were just talking about him a couple days ago. Let's do it was his final words.
Let's do it before they shot him by firing squad.
And rumor has it, I don't know, I still don't believe if it's actually true, but supposedly that's where Nike got their slogan from Gary Gilmore's last words.
Really?
Some people say. I don't know. Isn't that on their official Wikipedia page?
That sounds like urban legend.
Wait, just do it. Just do it. Let's do it.
Just do it.
What was Gary Gilmore's last words? Just do it.
I don't know.
Yeah, so that's bullshit, because I think he said, let's do this, or let's do it. Anyway, it's 37 years ago today.
It was, is it in you?
Right.
Yeah.
And happy birthday to Muhammad Ali. The great one is 72.
I wonder if you could make a deal, like, with a website or something, so your family could get money if you're being executed, and your last word is the website name.
Wow, that's a great fucking...
you pay off your family,
right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
You write it on your forehead and tell them not to wet the sponge, so it's just like smoking and flaming web address out of your head.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Does Opie wash his underwear in the bathroom sink, and does he clean it before he brushes his teeth?
Ooh, do tell.
Clean
what is this,
what?
an AMA?
Underwear.
No,
your underwear.
No, he said wash his underwear in the bathroom sink, and then does he clean it before he brushes his teeth?
The sink, yeah, you clean
the sink. Oh, the sink.
Sink is self-cleaning.
Well, you use your toothbrush to clean the underwear, the skid mark, and then you brush your teeth to clean
with what you pick off the fucking underwear. Use that on the old teeth and gums.
Well, let me teach you assholes something. If you're washing your underwear in the bathroom sink and then you brush your teeth afterwards, what would be the issue?
What are you fucking rubbing the bottom of the sink with your toothbrush?
Exactly. What would be the issue?
Shit particles.
Well, they say shit particles go from the toilet anyway and reside on your toothbrush. I saw that on Mythbusters.
We inhale Jimmy's shit particles every day.
They are little molecules.
All right.
Of shit particles that make the stench of farts, I guess.
I would have to assume that's what's going on.
If I may be so scientific.
Man, you throw some air over shit, that's rough for everybody.
It's true.
I don't know. A lot of birthdays today. You got the Muhammad Ali, 72.
Yeah.
You got the Betty White. Betty White's still going strong at 92.
That's crazy that woman is still working and has a mind. And
big time mind.
Crazy. 92.
James Earl Ray's 83.
Really? That's a coincidence. It's very...
Why?
Well, Martin Luther King's... Martin Luther King Day is Monday.
Oh.
Right?
I thought it was the guy from This is CNN.
James Earl Jones?
I swear I just thought. Wait, it is James Earl Jones, but I said James Earl Ray.
Oh,
no, it's really confusing.
Different.
It's actually
that different.
All right, it's James Earl Jones' birthday at 83, but I said James Earl Ray. All right.
Yeah, I didn't think they would put it so close to.
Yeah, that explains
like Martin Luther King Day.
Right. Maury Povich is 75. We haven't talked to him in a while.
No. We reference him a lot.
Jim Carrey. Yuck.
Yeah.
You like Jim Carrey?
I used to.
Used to, right?
He's another one of those guys that his political ideology and just general nonsense has been one of those things that have just turned me off to his comedy.
But if he makes a good movie, can't you, like...
No, I can't get past it.
You can't blow that shit off anymore.
I can with a lot of people, and I do.
But not him.
But not him. He's one of those that fall into that category, like Michael Moore falls in, fucking that other asshole fucking with the big forehead on HBO.
Bill Maher?
Bill Maher.
No, Bill
Maher.
But Bill Maher was always an asshole no matter what.
But even Jon Stewart.
He's just a dick of a person, Bill Maher.
Jon Stewart's entered that whole realm, too, whereas his whole nonsense, white guilt, and political ideology has just turned me the fuck off to any funny thing he might actually say. Colbert rules compared to him.
I think so, too.
Colbert's great.
Jon Stewart turned into a goofball.
And Colbert's no more conservative or Republican or anything than Jon Stewart is. He's just as much a liberal as Jon Stewart.
He is, right? He's just playing a part on
But he plays that
Comedy
part,
Central.
and it's hilarious, and he's not this... He'll slip it in such a funny way, his liberal politics, that it's funny. Jon Stewart sits there like he actually knows all the facts. He's condescending to anyone with a different point of view. Like, oh, you're one of the people that think that way. It's like, fuck you, man. There's an open debate about every person's ideology. No one knows everything or is right about everything. There's always an opposing argument.
Right.
That's why I like getting into debates with people on Twitter and whatnot and here.
Debates?
But to sit
call
there,
that debating?
I do. I rarely insult people unless they just, throw insults back at me. But I have genuine intelligent debates with people about subject matter on Twitter. But he's one of those people that just likes to, oh, this asshole thinks this way. We all know the right way is what I'm saying. Fuck Jon Stewart, you cocksucker.
I love it. I look at Twitter late. It'd be like 3:40 in the morning. I'll just see 10 consecutive Anthony tweets, and you read them, and so I can't even read what the other person's saying. I'll just read his responses. It'll be like, yeah, well, look up the facts.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I have the numbers. What are you talking about?
I have shit in my note app in the phone is all like FBI crime stats. This, that. I have fucking I could pull up statistics in a second.
Colbert is way funnier.
Yeah, it's because the way he handles it. The way he handles it, he's goofing on every kind of conservative, Republican, right-wing talk show, and it's hilarious.
So Carrie wants to take your guns?
Carrie hates guns. But again, another one of these Hollywood guys that have 24-hour protection and bodyguards to keep the scummy general public away and things like that. So he's telling you how best you should protect yourself and your family. Go fuck off. Another one of these tools. Him and that fucking other Weinstein cunt. He wants to make a movie now that's gonna watch me crucify the NRA and stuff.
That's Roland's boy.
Fuck him too. Fuck Roland.
Whoa!
All right, maybe not.
Weinstein loves this radio show.
Weinstein
He's been very nice to us.
Harvey loves this radio show. Didn't you guys talk to him one day when I was in here?
Yeah.
It was great. Well,
Yes,
he was
nice
great.
email after thanking us for the great interview.
But the fact that he
did you
wants
take him on when he was in here?
No, I didn't know about his fucking movie. He wants to make that is going to be this mind-blowing dissection of the NRA, and it's going to, bash the NRA. Fuck him.
But isn't that
the one on the NAACP and what cunts they are?
But that's what
you
some
fucking.
Whoa!
Well, he's being a fuck because I was going to say fucking and then asshole, and it came out fag.
Look, I'm still hoping to get into a movie.
It ain't gonna happen. Let's all calm down about insulting people that are never gonna fucking help us.
I don't care about that. I think
I guess he's never helped us.
Nah, but
he just likes the fact that we talk about about his movies, I guess.
But I don't mind the NRA getting it. I know you love the NRA, but I have such a hatred for them after Newtown. I'm happy to see them catch a beat.
Here's why. They are just like every other organization that has to go 110% over what people think they should, because there's a constant barrage of anti-Second Amendment people in this country that need to be dealt with.
I hate them, too. I hate all the groups that do it.
All right.
NRA is just one group that I despise for their lack of reasonableness. And the same, I don't despise the NAACP, but they really irritate me. And all these other groups fucking irritate me. All these other groups.
You know what the NAACP does the other day? They fucking put out a tweet that says, well, Apple is going to have discussions about more diversity on their board of directors. A lot more work needs to be done. So I looked up the NAACP's board of directors. Right. It's all fucking black people.
So they should start with...
what about your own fucking house?
In your own boardroom, you should start with diversity.
Make that diverse. Why the fuck is diversity so good to business?
You should set an example.
Exactly.
Within your own organization.
More hypocrites.
That drives me nuts.
Fuck them too.
The company has the right to bring anyone they want.
Anyone they want. You know who's best? The best person for the fucking job.
I always
diversity.
Thought that.
Why is just the fact that there's people of different ethnic, sexual, whatever backgrounds, religious, why does that all of a sudden make it better? What is better about diversity than just having people of a single mindset or a unified front or just... like Apple, if they decide their board of directors, they want fucking white people that went to a certain school that are of a certain mindset, why then bringing in just diversity for the sake of diversity? Not having people that are the best suited. Well, why is that good?
Well, you're certainly blowing off guys that are probably better for the job to make sure you...
Maybe you're not.
Hitting your diversity quota.
Your diversity quota. Of course, affirmative action has been nothing but a failure as far as promoting people that aren't qualified for certain positions based on nothing but sexual orientation, race, religious background, all that shit.
And I hate to play the House liberal, but that is what our country is built on.
What?
Giving to certain people based on their ethnic background and gender.
It's a terrible fucking...
But I'm saying, that's what America has been built on. We built
you think?
On 100%.
Why is that? How do you figure that?
On one group...
one group that excelled at the building of this country, maybe.
One group was treated better, and then
one group worked very hard. Everyone thinks that white Europeans came over to this country. All they did, here's the liberal take on what happened in history. White Europeans came over to this country, slaughtered all the wonderful fucking living beings that were over here, got somehow the natural land and God himself shined this light on white people and gave them privilege to and built everything for them and gave them this great thing where they're so much better than everybody. Do you realize what a fucking shithole this place was before white Europeans came over and actually through innovation, education, and hard work built this country that now wants to be claimed by everyone else?
Hard work, technically.
Hard work?
Let's be honest, a lot of the hard work wasn't really necessarily...
Do you understand the small percentage of slaves that actually were owned in this country as opposed to the white people that actually came here and worked their own land and worked their own homesteads and ranches?
There was any percentage
I understand.
for that long a period of time.
There are atrocities from every nation and every people.
And I'm not saying that there's not. However, I care about here. Because here is where I live, and here is where I have to live by the laws, and here is where I have to hear... Well, here is where I have to hear my country preaching about American exceptionalism, and I'm fine with that, but let's not cut out the American phoniness, too. It makes me sick, because the same mentality as saying, well, we're a wonderful nation, and we treat everybody great, but treating one group of people and making every time a group wants their right, they have to fight for it. It's not given to them. We're the same group that goes out and fucking tells other people how to live. And that same hypocrisy is the same fucking nonsense that falls down on us as radio guys. You could say it, but you can't. So we've always done that here. So let's not act shocked when certain groups are getting certain privileges when the reality was we just don't remember the time where for the first 90% of the country, that's what it was.
But it didn't come out of nowhere. I hate hearing white privilege. White privilege was earned. It was earned by white people that excelled at many things in industry, in creativity, in hard work, and building an amazing nation like the United States, and then all of a sudden it gets pawned off as this thing that was given to people. You can't express pride. You can't express the amazing accomplishments of white people without sounding like some fucking white supremacist in this day and age. You have to give the due to every other group that wants to grab on and claim some part of that exceptionalism.
Well, the bottom line is, I mean, the people who ran the... no one said that they were given anything. And I'm not crying about the American...
They are, Jimmy.
But I'm not. I only speak for me.
Okay.
I'm not saying it. I'm speaking for me.
Uh-huh.
And the American Indians, I'm not crying about that. They were killing each other. The U.S. was won in a war, basically, or a hostile takeover. It is what it is. I mean, I still want to live here. But let's not pretend that there wasn't so much fucking bullshit in the ideology. And like when the group that is dominant says we're the only ones who can vote, and come on, man, there is such an ugly, fucking despicable fraudulence in the morality of that. The guy, one time a caller called up and he was saying that they were brilliant at forming a government, and he was right. They really were brilliant. But there was a disgusting hypocrisy in the mentality of the people that lived
Is it a hypocrisy
way up until
to
the 60s.
Want the people that worked hard, that earned something, to be the ones that reap the reward? Is that...
Yes, when you say... When you come out and you go, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and and all, and all, your whole thing is how all men are created equal. We actually had the fucking gall to say that as a nation, the gall. And then fucking soldiers who would go and fight for America would come back and be treated like dog shit.
Look, I understand.
There's no writing that off.
I understand the fucking racism that was very prevalent in this country. When I watched the Tuskegee Airmen documentary, and you saw these guys that were heroes flying against the Germans and winning, and then they get off the ship that came into New York, and there was a guy standing there pointing one way and going, no, niggers that way.
Right.
And pointing that is deplorable. But despicable.
Hold on. The point, though, we've come a long way since then.
Exactly. So that's my point,
But the point today is it acceptable to force companies to have diversity on their boards?
I don't think it's a good thing all.
It seems like the doors are now wide open for everybody.
Yes, let's just go on our merit.
Why do we have to still do things like that? That's the question.
Be promoted or demoted based on your merits or lack thereof. This affirmative action,
to strong-arm a company,
needing diversity,
and to tell them that they don't have enough, I would assume, black people on their board, and we're going to keep a close eye on that. That sounds crazy.
When you hear things like, "Oh, what is it supposed to be? A bunch of old white men?" It's like, what became so bad about old white men? Why does that symbolize this?
Hold on. But Apple has proven that old white men on their board, if that's what it is, it's probably more middle-aged white men, I would assume, has done very well for their business. So why should they change their business model because the NAACP is now pressuring them?
All the great years of this country that people wax fantastic about, all the accomplishments that this country has made that we talk about aren't being made anymore, and things like that, were done under the fucking guidance of these old white men. What the fuck? You know, maybe we can incorporate more people that were qualified, but ethnically didn't fit in. I understand that, but to force it is against everything that progress is based on.
But everything that's given in this country has to be you're almost making my point. Like, it's embarrassing to me that we are so big on claiming to be, and it is much different now than it was. Everyone's had to fight for it.
Right.
The land of the liberty and the home of the... the women had to fight for their right to vote. Blacks had to fight. Fucking, now gays have to...
Right.
Why, in this great nation, conceptualized by these wonderful forefathers, why does every fucking group except the forefathers have to fight for what was supposed to be God-given? They say it's an inalienable right to own guns.
Right.
So how come everyone has to fight for that right?
It's always a fight in a democracy.
But why?
I don't know why.
That's what bothers me.
I think because whatever group there is will always want to be on top of the heap.
So if blacks or any group, I hate the fucking quotas, because like you said, if Apple builds their company, why do you have... So if they're fighting and strong-arming to try to get more of what was denied for many, many years, and it's hard for me to argue this point because I know that the fucking diversity is irritating.
Yeah.
But, like, how are they being dicks by saying for many years? It's not like it's been even all along, and then this group is coming in going, we would like more
But we
of
don't
this.
have to make up for lost time. That's this misconception that because things were terrible, now we have to go way the other way to balance it out. And then what? Then we come back to the center and everything's hunky-dory? I don't see it that way.
And shouldn't Apple just tell NAACP that, you know, mind your own business? This is our company and we'll run it the way we want?
Oh, good luck with that. Good luck with telling the NAACP, mind your own business.
Well,
I know. I understand. I agree.
But they're going to run scared now because of what the NAACP is saying?
Per usual. Yes, my friend.
I think that's ridiculous.
I think it is, too. I don't like any type of...
we lost a guy. He's frustrated because he's...
the last Munchkin?
No, we don't have him. We haven't booked for next week, I believe. He works for the fire department. He's so frustrated that they have to hire women to hire women.
The fire department is one of those.
And they obviously that's a big issue that's been going on for years. They had to lower all the standards and the testing just so the women can be firemen.
Sorry, I want a big burly guy that's going to fucking come through a door, run up some stairs with a big pack on and everything, and get people to safety. Just for the sake of having diversity and having women on board, you're putting lives in danger. You're defeating the purpose of the job itself.
The only thing I would say about that is if they were lowering the standards to a point where it still didn't matter, then I would maybe understand a little bit.
I don't think in firefighting you should lower the standards at all. I think they should all be roided out fucking maniacs on the fire department. I think it should be mandatory that you have to fucking do roids.
Well, if this hadn't...
But to lower the standards in the testing,
crazy,
just so you can get a little diversity
defeats
in the fire department,
purpose.
It's crazy to
defeats the whole purpose.
If they had hired, and this is again the fire department and stuff, but they didn't hire fairly for many years. I'm not saying the fire department, but I mean as a country, if we had just done that shit all along and practice what we said we were built on.
But here's
we
Jimmy,
wouldn't have this nonsense.
Here's how it worked. Here's how it started, though. There weren't people clamoring to be firemen. These guys were white Irish guys whose families were firemen.
Very fraternal.
There wasn't a line of women and black guys and Hispanics banging down the old firehouse door to get in. These were the only guys that were taking the job.
I'm not saying I even said not with firefighters. The fucking problem that has happened is we have built this system the way we built it. Not we, you and I, but it's the way it is.
I did.
And now we are paying for that. If people had just been hired based on merit and everyone had been kind of given the fair shot, at least to a certain degree all along, we wouldn't be dealing with this shit.
You are
now.
Henry Hindsight, though. It's like I think every problem that you see today, you're basing on the fact that we're making up for something that was done instead of getting the fuck and moving past things.
Because not making up for it is a lot of the reason things are awful now is because they were that way. And when you start that fucking ball in motion, it's not like when you say something or when one law is passed, all the results of that shit just cut off.
I understand.
So it's like a living, breathing, moving thing. So then you try to...
But when you don't see any progress happening... I mean, you see progress in things like civil rights and whatnot. The progress has been amazing. I mean, we have a half-black president. It's astounding. But why aren't we seeing the fruits of that, of the way the civil rights fight has gone over the past year? We're not seeing as big a result as I think we should be seeing.
Can I throw something a little strange into the equation? Why doesn't this happen in sports?
What do you mean?
Basketball, most
diversity on the court.
Well, I mean,
yeah, exactly.
So many more
because the best people for the job are the people that are playing.
So many more black people play in the NBA than white. Let's go with hockey. There's literally
tell us why, Jimmy the Greek.
Literally in hockey, I think there's 2, maybe 3 black players. So it is ridiculously low. Why doesn't it happen in sports? Why don't they demand, that there's more diversity in the NBA and the NHL?
Right, because and it is a prime example.
What would be the answer to that?
They had to demand it. That's how the blacks started to play. They had to demand it. It was one way for a long time. There was a Negro League, and then they had to demand.
You weren't getting the best people for that job.
Right, now you
That's
are.
what you are. Now you are.
Yes.
And to get this influx of short white people on the court just because you want diversity doesn't make sense, because they're not going to do the job as well as who is getting the job. Why?
But why is it okay with
Why
sports?
is that okay with a corporation or a farm or anything you want to do? Why do we need diversity for nothing more than the sake of diversity?
The only thing I can think of, because I've never once heard a black complain about hockey. Like, black people don't complain. Why are there no blacks? Because they look at it, they go, no, most of the black people don't play hockey. Why is there no diversity?
I think it's a geographical thing, but
probably, yeah.
I'm sure there's a bunch of black people playing hockey.
But I mean,
they're just not on that level.
complaining about the NHL. I don't hear black people protest the NHL.
Right.
I'm guessing because we watch sports, and I think we don't watch company hiring processes. Sports, you basically watch from college on up, and you're watching the best people play, and you see the process people are going through as the best. So it's like you're watching it happen. So if
you're a shareholder, you want the best people for the job.
Hold on. But sports isn't going to affect you personally, like a fireman. You have a fire in your fucking house, and there's a woman that might not be able to get the job done because she can't carry as much shit as a man. That affects you personally.
That affects your life. That's exactly. Now, why isn't there more outrage from people saying, no, we don't want diversity as far as that goes, because it's endangering people. And people don't make a peep because they're afraid of being labeled, misogynistic, racist, whatever, homophobic. It's all those things, the labels that you'll get on you for bringing up legitimate concerns.
Yeah, and
that's where we live now.
And I don't disagree with that. Like, I don't want to see some fucking 120-pound woman just because she's black or because she's Asian.
Travis?
Or Sam, yeah. I don't want to see that, but it's like we are just, you have to acknowledge, man, we're paying for the fucking shitty lie that we told for a long time.
I'm pretty tired of paying, because you know what? I didn't take any. I wasn't there for the taking of the fucking, my work wasn't ever done by slaves.
I know that.
I had to do it myself, all that. So why the fuck do I still have to pay? It's ridiculous.
I grew up extremely poor. I didn't take from anybody.
Margarine and sugar sandwich?
Yes, I didn't take from anybody.
No suntan lotion.
I didn't take from anybody.
Just saying that's why it is this way. I'm not saying but that's why it's this way.
Somebody needs to
at this point
speak up.
Stupid.
Right. Someone needs to speak up and say that at this point it's stupid.
It's just stupid.
We got to move along. Ted Nugent is in fucking Dutch for some article he wrote about, he saw that video of that young black child cursing and just saying horrible things and being egged on by adults. The kid's fucking, 2? Oh. And saying, yeah, fuck you, fucking bitch, fuck all that shit. And they're laughing and videoing it. So Ted Nugent said this is this thug rat mentality that's permeating the community. It's just keeping this. It's perpetuating this fucking behavior and everything. And instead of going, wow, maybe we should, look at that or think about it, they are calling Ted Ted being a racist again. You can't address these issues. How are they supposed to get better if the second you speak about it, you're a racist?
Because Ted Nugent is and greatly so, not afraid of being the criticism. He's
I know, good.
But so what you're supposed to do,
a lot of people are petrified.
Fuck them. What he's doing is what you should do.
Yeah.
He's saying what he wants to say, and he doesn't care who the group.
Ted knows he's not going to lose income doing it, though. Right. A lot of people will lose income, so they're afraid. It's an extortion tactic. It's blackmail. You work, you make a living, you say this, and we'll take all that away from you. How is that any type of freedom of speech, expression? We're in dangerous times.
When the rest of us stand up, it doesn't happen. Like with Duck Dynasty, they booted him, and then the people stood up and said something on Facebook, and he was unbooted.
Exactly. So that should be a lesson.
That should be a lesson.
That guy's untouchable.
I know.
Should be
Duck Dynasty guy is untouchable right now.
Amazing.
What was it, like 17 million people that fucking pushed back?
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Fucking realized,
yeah.
That was great to see, too, because that's what we need from people. If you like something, you got to fight for it. Don't just let the corporations knock out
interest
something
groups,
you like.
Fucking anybody. Have some balls and have some commitment in what you're saying and what you believe in to voice it. Just fucking say it. Everyone's petrified of a label or fucking just don't give a shit. Say it. They've diluted the word racist, by the way, to the point of ridiculous. You criticize a black person and you're a racist? How about we put you in a fucking time machine, send you back a few decades, and you'll see what a real racist is.
How about this? You can't even call Precious fat.
Precious is a disgusting fat pig.
She's beautiful.
That should not be looked at like it's okay. It's just as detrimental to these young girls' body image to say she's beautiful and accept her as it is to look at an anorexic.
You can't tell women it's okay to get as big as Precious. Precious is, I don't even know her real name. I don't
ticking
even give a
fat
fuck.
bomb.
She's what, 20 years old maybe?
Yes.
And she's got things hanging from her elbow.
Holiday hams.
She's way too fucking big.
Yeah. But
that's not healthy. And to just say, you know,
oh, she's beautiful,
is giving the wrong impression to other little girls out there.
You see these fucking shows where they criticize people's clothing and whatnot on award shows and stuff.
Sure.
And she steps up and they're like, she looks so stunning in this gown. It's like, you're lying.
She's wearing a tent to the Golden Globes.
Disaster.
You liar. And she's got weird fucking shit growing from her elbows.
And they're the same people that criticize the models. Oh, there's a body type people just can't have, and it's unhealthy to show girls this because they want to have that. Then you tell them that that's beautiful and you have to accept it. And if you criticize it, you're an asshole.
If she was in the category of just a big girl, whatever. But she is morbidly obese.
Morbidly obese.
She's morbidly obese.
Indeed.
We're not talking about a girl that's a little big and she's, you know, has a different body shape. She's fucking huge.
Well, don't fucking criticize her.
And she's only going to get bigger because she's got youth on her side right now.
Oh, yeah.
You get rid of that youth a little bit and, man, you really pack on the pounds.
Her face is giant. She has a giant face.
But some people criticized her, and they went after that.
Oh, yeah.
They go after you if you criticize her.
She's beautiful. Shut the fuck up.
She's telling the critics she feels beautiful and all that. All right, fine.
Good.
But
however you feel. You're as delusional as an anorexic looking in a mirror and saying, oh, I need to lose a few more pounds. Just as delusional saying, I look good. No, you don't. You look unhealthy and fat.
So
isn't that disgusting hypocrisy?
It is
uncomfortable and irritating.
Yeah,
yes.
And it's lies. It's such blatant lying because you know damn well they're looking, saying no, she's not beautiful. She's disturbing looking.
They're probably making jokes soon as she left their position on the red carpet.
Again, you can't.
Out of here.
Just honesty is dead.
Right.
Fucking honesty's dead.
Now imagine if big fatzos like that ran the entire country and got every break, and you couldn't. It was that big fatso fucking restaurants, and then all these other restaurants, and you could only eat in these restaurants. How annoyed you'd be to stand there on the red carpet and hear this big fat fuck called beautiful all the time, and you'd be like, "That's a lie. It's fucking." See, it's
that would be amazing. But if that happened 50 years ago, I probably wouldn't give a shit at this point, Jimmy. I'd have gotten over it.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
It's just it frustrates me a lot.
Yeah,
it frustrates me.
All right.
When
when we get back, I'm going to blow your mind about something I read.
Who's your mind?
Another blowjob joke.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm a one-trick pony. That's why I'm a friend. You met along the way. They were right to do that.
Fixing now.
I know. But someone said to do that. I know, but someone said just to say like that.
Yeah, boy.
We had a very heavy rotation tonight.
Ready?
On action.
Gatorade, is it in you? Gatorade, is it in you? Gatorade, is it in you?
That's great.
Wait,
no.
Gatorade.
I gotta hear
Is it in you?
Right. Ready? Is it in you? Ready? Gatorade, is it in you? No. Gatorade, is it in you? Gatorade, is it? Gatorade, is it in you? Nope. One more time.
Try the last way you just said it, just conversational. Gatorade, is it in you?
All right, ready? Gatorade, is it in you? Gatorade, Gatorade, is it in you? Gatorade, is it in you? Okay, ready? Gatorade, is it in you? No, don't like that. Gatorade, is it in you? Okay. Gatorade, is it in you? There it is.
couple great ones. I love the really forceful Gatorade ones.
Clean the bowl with your sock. Opie and Anthony are back.
I can't get enough of the Michael Jordan thing because
I know.
they kissed his ass. Like, yeah, there's a couple good ones in there.
There weren't.
No, there weren't.
Is it in you?
It's one dumb line for a commercial.
Is it in you?
No. Couple things.
Yeah.
They're still mopping up from last break.
Little mop up.
Yeah.
Someone pointed out, of course, that Howard Stern had Harvey Weinstein on, and that's pretty much what the interview is that's on the news, talking about Harvey and the NRA movie he wants to make, bashing the NRA. It was an interview on Howard's show. And Howard was like lapping Harvey's dick about the whole thing. Meanwhile, Howard is a concealed fucking carry, New York City concealed carry weapons holder,
right?
Permit holder. Without the NRA, you wouldn't even have been able to fucking come close to having a weapon in New York. All they've tried to do is tear down any aspect of the Second Amendment, especially in New York State. And because of organizations like the NRA and the local chapters of the NRA and other gun clubs and whatnot, you're allowed to do that, Howard. So to sit there and suck Harvey's dick about the NRA and bashing them is hypocritical.
Totally. Well, they just want everyone else to not have the guns.
Of course. That's the liberal mentality.
But that would be a wonderful world that I have a gun and no one else.
I don't want anyone else.
And no one else is allowed to have one.
No one else.
That would be heaven, right?
Yeah. Fuck.
But that happens all the time.
Yeah.
And then we got to mop up about the diversity thing in sports. I did forget this. There is a Rooney, I think it's called the Rooney Rule in the NFL. And that is you got to now interview a minority candidate for head coaching positions.
You're an asshole.
So the NFL is forcing teams to at least interview a minority candidate for a head coaching job.
Really?
Before they make their decision. Yes.
Yeah.
So the diversity is kind of,
diversity.
Slowly but surely moving into sports in a way.
Diversity.
Right?
Yeah.
So, it'd be hard to prove, though. If you interview somebody, it'd be hard to prove that why. It's like, as long as you enter the interview, that's like...
It's very vague and fucking...
It's the old foot in the door, though.
Yeah.
We got that done, now we got to do, and then you push a little more forward.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, there's a Twitter account called, I think, Weird History. You know how you all of a sudden get on some weird Twitter account, you don't even know how you got there?
I love that shit.
It's kind of like when you're just fucking Googling around the internet.
Yeah.
And is that the... I'm not... No, that's... it's not Weird History.
Maybe it's Weird News.
I don't know.
Weird News.
It spells out Weird History, but there might be underscores, and they might be leaving out the E or something. But I did get there. And then they tweeted that the 10th president of the United States, what was his name again? Taylor?
Was it, look how quickly we forget.
We were just talking about this before the show.
Weird History.
Yeah, that might be it. That might have been the account. Okay.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
No. The 10th president of the United States.
Zach Taylor?
Was born in 1790. He has 2 grandkids that are still alive.
Still alive. That's
just blew
crazy.
My fucking mind last night.
Single not even great-grandchildren? They were just
grandchildren. Not
and they're
great.
still alive.
Wow. Because I guess the 10th president, who we still don't know the name of.
Zach Wilde.
Zach Wilde, really? Nice. He had his kid when he was 63. And then that kid didn't have his kids until he was in his 70s.
All right. John Taylor.
John Tyler?
John Tyler.
Was it John Tyler? Is it on his Wikipedia page?
The singer from Aerosmith. What?
John Tyler was our 10th president. He was born in 1790, and he has 2 grandkids that are still alive.
Still alive.
How fucked up is that?
That is crazy to think.
So he had them if he was in the 60s around 1850. And then they had their kids if they were in their 70s around 1920-ish. And that means the kids are 80 in their 90s.
What a bunch of old fucking living motherfuckers.
Yeah, what great dicks they have.
Well, but that's fucked up.
That is.
That's
fucking Tyler Durden. Amazing.
Right. I got it.
Any more Tylers?
1790.
Willie. Lester.
Yeah.
1790. How many years ago is that?
That's a lot of years. That's 1700 shit right there.
Right. Wait, we went through
that isn't even fathomable as a time that actually existed.
224 years ago?
Yeah.
224 years ago.
You could kind of accept the 1800s as actually having happened. The 1700s, it's just a movie.
I'm still trying to figure this out. So
it's 8,000 years old.
There's two guys that could be at somewhere going, yeah, my grandfather was born 224 years ago?
It's kind of fucking weird. A Vulcan?
That's fucked up, man.
That doesn't seem to make any sense.
It still doesn't seem to make sense, right?
Yeah.
But if they're 90, like Jimmy said, 90, and then their father had them when they were 70, so that's 160. And then, okay, and the other guy was 60-something.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
They like doing some of that old fucking.
Right.
Right? How old were their fucking wives that they had the kids with? Man.
I don't know.
You know?
That he's having kids when he's in his 70s.
In his 70s? He's pulling that fucking Tony Randall shit.
And that's old. That's when 70 was really old, too.
That was 70, you should have been dead.
Of course. People were dying, what, at 37 back then?
They had, the consumption. Something like that. Ooh, I got a case of the vapors.
That just blew my mind.
He must have had a miracle elixir.
And then I just thought it was a joke account, so then I looked it up, and I'm like, no, it's real. This fucking guy.
That's pretty cool.
His two grandkids still alive.
Yeah.
He was born in 1790. That's got to be a record. That has to be a record.
And your grandfather was the president.
Right.
He's the 10th president.
That's crazy. I do follow a lot of weird accounts. Do you look at I follow everything from like NASA to hookers. It's like you do get this eclectic little mix, don't you? It's like, I follow some astronauts. They take pictures from the fucking space station. It's amazing. And then I'll follow like big-titted sluts.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Science porn, right?
Science porn's great.
Science porn rules.
Did you see the picture of Long Island from space?
I sure did.
It's like fucking. I didn't think space was like that low.
Right.
It looked like space should be higher. But there's this like a solar panel sticking out, and there's Long Island. And I swear I saw I'm like. That's the parkway I take.
But it's the human perspective of space.
Yeah?
We're not even in space. We call it space.
Well,
I guess technically we are.
I think anything anytime you could put something in orbit.
Right.
But you're right. I think it's in space.
It's right there, though.
It's pretty close.
You're only a little higher than, airplanes. When you put it in perspective.
What is it, 60 miles? 160 miles. What is space considered? 65?
65 miles?
Something like that? 65 miles, I think.
That's it, huh?
Yeah. That's, if you think about...
From here to Riverhead?
If you think about driving straight up from here to, Riverhead.
You're in space.
You're in space. Well, that takes a while to drive there, though.
That's not a big deal, is what I'm saying.
It's not that big a deal.
Right?
I defy you to do it.
Of course.
Go ahead.
That's the tough part.
Hop in your car. Put it on the rear bumper and hit the gas.
Remember Kate Gosselin?
Yes, she was Kate and Blessbings.
She had the book
Blessbings. Multiple Blessbings.
Multiple Blessbings book.
Yeah.
She had to put the 8 in her book title.
Yes.
And Jimmy cleverly came up with Blessbings. Well, she's a real cunt, and we've known that for a long time.
Sure.
We messed with her a little bit back in the day, didn't we?
Yeah, I interviewed her.
Yeah, and she was twatty back then. And everyone pretty much assumes she's just twatty.
Twatty McTwatterson.
And she's not with John anymore. John is just a disaster. He's on the couples therapy show, which is...
oh, no.
Yeah.
He's back on TV?
Yeah. Yeah, and he had his hair, he had hair plugs put in, but now everything around the hair plug is fucking falling out.
You can't do that. Oh, people.
He looks ridiculous.
You know who has the worst one of those? The manager for the Olsen twins.
Oh, really?
Did you ever see that guy?
Why?
He must have gotten hair plugs, and then every fucking bit of hair fell out except for the hair plugs in front of his head.
But his clients are billionaires. You would figure out. You would think he would figure out a better hair system. Oh my God, you're right.
Hilarious.
I do remember this guy.
It's hilarious.
He's got the front line.
The front fucking line is right there, and nothing else.
He's got like the Outer Banks in the front of his head.
The Outer Banks. Yeah. Wow, what a shame, huh?
Yeah.
You can't do that. If you started going bald at like 20. Those guys like in school, we could see oh boy, he's going to have a problem.
You still got to wait it out.
You're done. Yeah, if you do it, you're just going to...
You got to wait out and see exactly where that line's going to be.
Where it's going to be, if
that
it's
other
just
shit's not going to fall out.
Or if it's really falling out.
Right.
Is it just in the back, the crown area? Is it the entire top? Is it that? You know, it's not... There's no fucking cure-all there.
Oh, that poor guy.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than seeing a guy that got, one of the first procedures, and now he's completely just shaved it down to bald, but you see the horrendous scars in the back.
Scars
from the early days of trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah, and then the popped out, like, pencil eraser-size buds in their head. Oh, terrible.
Anyway, Kate Gosselin was on the Today Show yesterday with her twins.
Yeah.
So she had the twins, and then she had the 6, in the other pregnancy. The twins are the older ones. They're about 13, I think. This is worth playing, even though, this is girl shit. But she's mommy dearest.
She's mommy dearest in this clip, definitely.
She's the worst.
And the kids are just fucking... Why don't they talk?
They're scared to talk.
Are they petrified of their mommy,
What's the history with this? There was an article, I guess?
Yeah, they did an article for People magazine.
Right.
About how the TV show was not bad for them. And so they went on the Today Show with the intent to just literally vocalize what they were reported to have said in the People magazine article.
Right.
But then they got there, and either they're scared of their mom, or they hate her and decided to just completely turn on her once they sat down on live TV, or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's a great clip. It really is.
We have it? I didn't...
Yeah.
Oh, good.
We have it cut up, but how long is the long version?
5 minutes.
How old are they?
They're 13. Like 13 now.
Okay.
Right? You want me to play it from here?
Yeah, that's a little more radio friendly.
Kate, Kara, and Maddie Gosselin are with us now. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Well, we have not seen you or gotten to talk to you two in a long, long time, and you're out because you want to let the world know that you're doing okay. Maddie, what would you want to say about how you and your sister and your family are doing?
Maddie, your words.
Oh, it's hard. It's a hard question.
Oh, spit it out.
Oh.
What about you, Kara?
So this is their chance to talk. This is the most wordless I've heard them all morning.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak for them, but Maddie,
but
go ahead. Sort of the things that you said in the magazine, that years later, they're good, they're fine. Go for it, Matt. It's your chance.
No, you just said it.
No, you just said it.
Are the kids scared or no?
I think they're scared of their mom.
I think they're scared of mommy.
I think they're scared of mommy. I think their lives have been thrown into complete turmoil.
Yeah.
Their father's gone, and it was this fame thing that Kate Gosselin can't get enough of, that fucking ripped the entire family apart.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want people to think she's a twat, so she's using her daughters here to kind of tell the world, look, I'm not a twat. Look, my kids love me. And they're just sitting there like, we're going to get beat if we don't say the right thing.
Yeah.
So creepy when she says, just say what you said in the magazine.
Right.
Well, let me ask you this, girls. To go out and be in People magazine to say, hey, we're doing okay, why did you feel you needed to say that? Do you think people had the wrong impression of you guys, Kara?
My gosh.
What Kara's
yes
thinking...
Go for it. The interpreter.
Oh, wait, what?
What is she thinking?
Boy, this
Do
is
people
painful.
have the wrong impression of you?
Oh. I wouldn't say wrong. I would just say not, the full, story.
They will not say they have good lives.
No, they won't say it.
Right. Yeah, they're rebelling.
What the hell is going on in that house?
Oh, boy. There is
I think that it's really frustrating when there is so much out there that is not true. I'm getting to the point where I'm extremely frustrated, and I don't spend time worrying about it because I'm busy raising my kids, and we know the truth, and that's why they're here, even though they're tongue-tied this morning, to say that, hey, we're okay, we're doing well. Would that be accurate, girls, to say?
Would you guys want to do another TV show if you could?
Yeah.
You would.
Wow.
Yeah. Wouldn't even answer. She
Is
goes,
that accurate to say? I'm not going to say, Mom.
That's the mother with the long blonde hair?
Yeah, because she's...
Remember she had all that work done?
Yeah, I'd stick it in her.
She loves fame, man.
Give her a good deep dickin', would you, Jim?
I don't know if it'd be good, but I'd give it the best I could. I'd give her the...
Well, then it wouldn't.
It would feel good for me. I'd give her a mediocre deep
counts.
dick, and yeah, she wouldn't even notice it in that fucking giant, fucking 8-kid fucking tunnel she's got.
That flu.
Yeah.
Jeez, there's problems over there.
Yeah.
It was a creepy interview.
Look at their body language. Yeah. Looks like Kate forced them to be on TV to help her out.
What's up with the dad there? What's he doing these days?
He's got a bimbo.
Yeah.
That he's having problems with, so they're in couples therapy, which is another ridiculous show.
Why splash that out there?
Because it's an excuse to get on TV.
Just your fucking
you don't give a fuck.
for fame.
Anyone that needs couples therapy and wants to get something accomplished, they wouldn't do it in front of everybody on TV.
Oh, couples therapy.
It's celebrity rehab without the people dying.
Is that it?
Yeah, they just reinvented the show.
You would want to go to couples therapy?
Hell,
I actually went to couples therapy twice, and I wasn't even fucking married. It was me and Melinda. We had been together for like almost 9 years at that point, and it had just gone to, shit.
Yeah.
Not shit. It just ran its course, We kind of fucking different way kind of a thing. Like, she's like, recommended it or something. You should show up. I went to this, and I'm like, all right, I'll try. And I just sat there as these two women beat the shit out of everything I do in my life. And I'm like, I literally said, why the fuck am I even sitting here? I got up, and that was that.
Oh, you left?
Fuck yeah!
And skedaddled?
Gonna sit there and fucking everything I do sucks. Everything I was doing had to be changed. I had to be more this, more that, more the other thing. I'll tell you what I'm going to be more gas pedal.
You got to bring in your own therapist.
Yeah?
To take on their
like
therapist.
A lawyer?
Yes.
Like fucking lawyers, they fight it out. No, my client is actually that's a perfectly sane food to eat.
Your expert witness.
Yes, my expert witness. But, yeah, that didn't work out, but we're great friends now.
What did Boss say? Boss had a great joke. He said I paid $1,000 to have two women call me an asshole.
Yeah,
that's couples therapy.
That's pretty much what it is.
Well,
couples
therapy. You can see couples therapy on VH1. And that broad that we had in here from Teen Mom.
Farrah Abraham.
Farrah Abraham, thank you. She's in couples therapy.
Yeah.
But here's another one that just is addicted to the fame and being on TV. And there's rumors, I don't know where we're at with it, that she might have faked being in a relationship so she could be on couples therapy.
Really?
How fucking creepy is that?
Trying to keep that going.
Yeah.
But you went twice to couples therapy?
Yeah.
So you went back after you walked out?
Well, the first one I was being kind of, I was going to go through it. Like, even though I was getting beat up, I'm like, all right, this must be what you got to do. I'll give it a shot. And then I'm thinking the next time I go, maybe it'll change or something. And then it's just more of the same. And I was like, no, fuck this. Fuck this.
What were you getting beaten up for?
It was like everything I did. I wasn't complimentary enough or attentive and thing.
You guys were together every time I saw you for years.
We actually had a great relationship right up until it wasn't. But it was it was very cool. I still love her. I think she's a great girl. She's a lot of fun. I think she's actually coming over to the poker game. My next poker game. She texted me last night. She's like, oh, is this a guys only thing? I'm like, nah, come on over. We'll take your money too.
Nice.
She's a fucking pisser. She's a lot of fun.
Did you become a more sensitive lover after?
What? No, actually, the truth of the matter is I went on a fucking tear.
After the couples therapy?
After the couples therapy. She was like, I think Melinda was like my last real long-termer. And I had been in long-term relationships like my whole life.
Over and over again.
My whole life. So I was just like, I went on a tear to the point where Keith the cop was like, who the fuck is that? I remember hiding a girl once. Keith goes, you got someone upstairs? I'm like, no. He goes, who's up there? I'm like, shut the fuck up and leave. I go, you got to leave. No, who's up there? And then he's trying to figure out, and he finally figured it out. She was a girl that went by the fucking, her nickname was Lock Washer, because he said it looked like she had popped a bunch of lock washers in her mouth and chewed.
Oh, my God.
Why, was her teeth fucked up?
Yeah, could have been.
You were hiding
dental fucking...
What number was she?
What do you mean?
On a 1 to 10.
On a 1 to 10?
Yeah.
Had to be a 3. Oh. Had to be a 3.
Fat?
Yep.
You did some old... You did some old-fashioned pigging.
I didn't care at that point. I was just like...
Yeah.
I was actually, you know where I fucking picked her up?
F.H. Riley.
fucking Riley's.
Nice.
She was overweight, though?
F.H. Riley's. Yeah.
F.H. Riley's for all your piggin' needs.
F.H. Riley's. I had to throw her in the car and peel out my Mustang for fear of being seen.
You don't want to be seen with her?
Well, no, not really. Yeah.
She was a little chubby?
And bad teeth?
Yeah.
How was her body?
What are you going to do? Come on, Jim.
Did she have good breath?
Huh?
Her breath was okay, though?
I didn't care.
No.
Was it bad?
I don't even remember. I was probably fucking drunk at the time, too.
Nice,
Not
right?
probably. I was drunk at the time.
Fucking nice. Nice, right?
Yeah, it was great. It was fucking great.
So,
what are you going to do? I was in a fucking,
palate.
I said finally, I was like, you know what? Fuck this long-term relationship shit. I'm done. And I was like, I went out on a fucking well-needed tear for years.
How about if instead of going to couples therapy, I find some fatso with crooked teeth in Long Island to fuck?
That's it.
That's right. I love it.
Then I imported some lunatic from fucking Cleveland or Akron.
Oh, right.
Remember her?
Yeah.
Yep. Do you remember I called you that night?
Some girl from the fucking cherry darts competition. One of our, yeah.
I told you.
Like I saw that cherry. How about taking a dick in your ass? Whoa!
I called you. I gave you fair warning.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Jimmy.
She turned out to be a little loopy.
I wasn't looking for psychologically stable girls.
I got you.
At that point in my life. Like I said, in long-term relationships for such a long time, I gave them all a really good shot and decided, it's time. It's me time. It's Bobo time. It was time.
Yeah.
So, that's what I did. And the collection of psychopaths that paraded their way. Who was the...
A Congo line.
Was she the one that ended up at my front door?
Conga.
Yes.
Conga
Yes,
line.
okay.
Yeah, Congo line is a lot different.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'd love to see that forming in Anthony's
Yeah, it
house.
certainly wasn't a
see
Congo
that.
line.
You can see a Congo line. That's for
A
sure.
Congo line, though.
That's somewhere Anthony's never ventured.
Yeah, that was the one I called.
Yeah, no, I have no fear of fucking. Yeah.
Showed up at the front door.
What? No. Oh, it was like this was one of my favorites. I have to get the bullhorn for this one. Here. Let me get my volume here. Yeah.
Hi, Anthony. Hey, what's up? Holy shit, it's like 3:30 in the morning. Yeah, can I come and see you? Yeah, no, that's not a good idea. I'm in your driveway.
Oh, my God.
What? Yeah, I'm in your driveway. I drove from Cleveland. Wait, what? You're joking? You're coming? You want to come here? What? I'm in your driveway.
Oh, my God.
I'm not shitting you.
Did you invite her in?
No! I told her to go home!
So she had to turn around and go back to Cleveland?
Turn around.
Isn't it a really long drive?
10 hours.
It's a very long drive.
It's a really long drive.
It's a very long drive.
Oh, I wasn't sure.
That's it.
I called you on that one because I knew she was coming because she told me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on my way to Anthony's.
Yep.
I'm like,
And
where
Jimmy
are you?
fucking gave me the old, hey, Aunt, heads up.
Yeah, just in case you get a box over.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
So no couples therapy.
No.
Well, you should watch Couples Therapy on VH1. It's terrific. It's wonderful.
No, I probably won't. I probably won't do that. You see Charlie Sheen and fucking Denise Richards?
They're fighting
exposing everything on Twitter. It's hilarious.
The two of them?
On each
Charlie
other?
Sheen is like, hey, piggy, you little fucking pig. And he posts pictures of pig's feet.
Right.
And he just bashes the shit out of Denise Richards.
What
and
happened
she tries to be all like, hey, Charlie, I think she DMs him.
Right.
She was tweeting him, and it was like, you should get some help and stuff like this. She's very nice and cordial, and, think of the kids. And he's just like, hey, piggy.
Is Charlie back to his old ways, you think?
I don't know. If I had to guess, I would guess dope. But I don't know. Yeah.
Is there any videos of this?
No,
or
it's
just
all
tweets.
It's just horrible tweets to Denise Richards about how she.
Wait, did he really write this? Hey,
she's
Denise,
a slut or something.
Hey, Denise, I own the farm, yet you are only pig in the pen to sling mud, bile, and shite every inch your evil cloven hoofs trample.
Oink.
Hashtag
oink.
Oink.
Yeah, those are like the
It doesn't make complete sense, though.
Well, it kind of does.
Yeah,
Hey, Denise, I own the farm, yet you are the only pig in the pen to sling mud, bile, and shite every inch you evil cloven hoofs trample. Like every inch her evil cloven hoofs trample, she's fucking spreading shit.
And what did she write to that?
Charlie, you need some help. Think of the children. Hers are really, like, innocent, kind of nice ones. She doesn't get on him. She just preaches how much he needs help and shit like that.
He's bashing Ashton Kutcher, too.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
What is he saying about him?
It was one, hey, Ashton, sorry, bro, all good. Now quit barfing on my old brilliant show. Remember Punked? How does it feel? And then the one before that was, hey, relax, everyone, read the hashtag. Oh, and John, which I'm guessing is John Cryer. I'm sorry I insulted your sidekick. I meant really lame.
Wow.
Yeah, he's not happy about that.
He's got to be going back to his old ways. He's got a porn girlfriend, and the porn girlfriend's doing what? I just saw a headline. The Charlie Sheen's porn girlfriend challenging Denise Richards to what?
To tone down rhetoric. Told by FX Network to tone down negative rhetoric towards ex-wife. Oh, he's being told by his network.
Yeah, anger management.
He's a loose cannon. He's on anger management show.
Sure is.
Figure.
He sure
is. That's publicity. He knows how to get some press. Yeah, but it's so fucked up. Like, I couldn't post in 140 characters, but I wanted to convey the whole thing of, like, back in the old days, the celebrities stayed behind their mansion walls, and occasionally, the assistants would send out autographed pictures.
Right.
And that was all you knew about these people. Right. They were bigger-than-life superheroes. And now, like, you see this petty arguing going on between fucking celebrities. Right. Like, were they always assholes?
Of course, it's always happened.
Was Clark Gable like, frankly, Scarlett, you're a cunt?
I'm sure he had something going on.
Yeah,
but he was well protected.
That's it, right?
So you didn't get to, know the real Clark Gable. But these guys, you get to see with all their scars and shit.
Like fucking Spencer Tracy's calling Hepburn a cunt. And,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
It would happen in the casino.
Or something like that.
Sinatra argued with, who did he fight with in the casino? It got really, really nasty. Which wife was it? She's a...
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you know that story? They were screaming at each other in a fucking casino.
Well, that must have been fucking great to see.
Was it Mia Farrow?
Gee, I don't know.
Remember.
I just watched the latest episode of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. I know you hate that title. With Jay Leno.
Was it good?
Really good.
Yeah, I got to see. I got to see more of those.
Man. And he tells a story about having to work with gangsters.
He did. But what, back in Vegas?
Yeah, he had a gig, I guess.
Jay's been around a while. Yeah.
He says a well-known gangster wanted him to do a gig, and he goes, "Look, I can't. I'm at blah blah." So the gangster called up that place, and next thing you know,
canceled his gig.
He calls Jay and goes, you don't have to go there no more. So can you do the gig or not? Can you find that story?
Wow.
It's near the end of the episode. So go way in.
Funny.
And they said that was like a 1-point-something million Porsche. It's like the 40th Porsche ever made, right?
20th.
20th?
Wow.
Second.
Really?
Wait, what do they say? I just saw it yesterday. Maybe I think it might have been the second. It was 1949.
Wow.
He picked up Jay in a 1949 Porsche.
That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vehicle.
I can't get enough of this fucking Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
Fight with that name.
I know.
Stupid commercials. We get so mad at 60-second commercials on the internet.
Right.
It's all free content. It's amazing.
Yeah, but it's like this one's like 23 minutes, and you got one commercial in the front.
But we get annoyed.
And then you get a 30-second at the end.
I got it great.
You are a natural. Because the really funny comedians...
Filmed with all GoPro cameras.
It's about 80 miles an hour and jumped in that hole. And the farmer goes, that's impossible.
Yeah, that's... keep going. They're sitting down at the table.
How you doing? Where are you from? Phoenix.
Keep going. Slight, though, now. Start slowing down.
It really doesn't change. Right. Things stay the same.
Keep going.
Idiot. I remember being in the 4th grade walking and I go,
keep going.
Coming down the hall. My mother's got this
Keep
big...
going.
I like it like this.
I don't need you. What's that?
Oh, yeah, this is a story, so go back slightly.
Quick clips. Oh, perfect.
This might be right here.
Well, you're really angry.
You have a lot of anger. Yeah. I go, because it's funny.
Yeah, well, they missed the point of the comedy. It's not real anger. You want to see real anger? I'll tell you a real anger story. One time, I get a call from Sinatra. When I go do this, some kind of thing in Chicago, I said, I can't do
like
that
a murder.
in Chicago. I'm at the Holiday House next week in Pittsburgh. 2 hours later, something like that, Sinatra's agent calls me. Hey, we called the Holiday House. They don't need you. What's that? They don't need you. But I'm booked there. They don't need you. You want to go to Chicago? Yeah. Okay. I go to Chicago, and it's some kind of, I don't know, how can I say that? It's just interesting characters. It's a golf outing to raise money for some kind of church, and there's a very famous gangster there. So I do my little act and get some laughs. I sit down. The gangster guy gets up and he starts talking, you know. I think he said shit or some 4-letter word. And the priest, a couple of seats down the table, like this, and this guy goes, hey, father, you got your 10 grand in the bag? Shut up! The veins are popping. And, shut up! I'm just screaming. And the priest is sitting there holding this bag with this little bag with the 10 grand in it. I was like, geez, let me get out of here. So then I go to leave, and this guy says, hey, you were pretty funny. I like to play golf with us. I don't play golf. What do you mean you don't play golf? I said, yeah, come on. So I get in the golf cart, and we drive. I don't know how to play golf. And we get out to like the 12th hole. Great. And there are these like 50 to 60-year-old hookers, topless, leopard skin print dresses with drinks. It's like the craziest place I'd ever been in my life. And the guy says, I like you. He goes, we call Stallone. He was busy. He was busy. And then the veins start popping. Take it easy. I'm sure he was busy. That was real anger, not like
oh, that's fucking great, man.
I'm entertained by this dumb fucking internet show by Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, that's fucking funny, man.
10 grand in the fuck. I would love to know the
Hey,
gangster.
father. Yeah, what do you think?
Chicago.
Chicago gangster.
I saw him last night, and someone mentioned the show. I think I asked him how it was doing. He goes, it's up now. You should check it out. Like, he really wants people to watch it.
Yeah.
I wish I would have seen this, because I would love
to.
If it was Chicago, it obviously wasn't any one of the New York guys. Yeah.
Had to be a Chicago
And what was
guy,
it, in the 80s, probably?
Maybe 70s.
Yeah.
Maybe
Jason
70s.
late 60s.
J63.
Damn.
Yeah, that's great.
Or early 70s. Bro.
That's good, man.
It's great. It's called Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. So the Jay Leno one's really, really fantastic. All of them are pretty damn good.
Jerry knows a lot of fucking people.
He knows everyone. Jerry knows, and everyone knows Jerry.
Right.
Oh, speaking of Jerry,
Huh?
I didn't see Jerry. I saw 2 celebrities in the airport.
Oh, I saw your tweet, and I was captivated by who didn't fucking remember
he wasn't
you.
a dick. I say this. The one who didn't remember me. I'm walking through the this little quick area, this like little gentleman's area to get to security, and I see this 4 or 5 people coming off the elevator the other way, and he walked by, and I go, hey Gary, how are you? And he goes, hi, and he just kept walking, but it was Gary Oldman, which really hurt.
Gary Oldman. We had a good time with Gary Oldman here.
And I know he likes me, so he wasn't. It was just, I think that he's literally, when he's in an airport,
he's in airport
even
mode.
though it was a quiet little area, you're just in get the fuck out of there mode.
Exactly.
Right. So I didn't take it as being rude at all. I was just bummed. I'm like, I wish I was more recognizable.
That would have been
because he's a really nice guy. And then he was on the flight going back. I guess he was going out to smoke or something. But then I was waiting for our plane, and it came in late. And Larry David came off the plane coming from New York, which this reminded me of. And he said hello.
Did he know you?
Yeah, we don't know each other. I've met him once.
But he knoes you're a comic. And
I said hi. And then I'm like, hey, Larry, good to see you. And I made sure he saw me. And then he was very nice, very briefly.
he was very nice, very briefly.
Please, I already got shot down.
Well, I didn't.
Don't fuck me twice.
He was very nice, very briefly.
I just said good to see you. I didn't need to stop him and chat. I'm sure he didn't want to be.
His episode was great too.
Yeah, I'm sure it was very funny.
It's great. So, all right.
That's fucking cool.
When we get back, we could talk about this. I don't really believe the My Strange Addiction TV show.
You think it's all
where
nonsense?
they start like eating fucking ticking from a mattress or some shit.
Well, you got a woman who likes to chew and sniff piss-soaked diapers.
Piss-soaked diapers. Mrs. Jimmy Norton?
So we got the audio or the video next for the people. I'm not buying into this My Strange Addiction. I don't know.
There's a lot of phoniness on TV. I mean, it's obvious.
Right.
Last night I was a victim of that stupid Appalachian Outlaws show where apparently, look, I didn't know this was going on. heavy ginseng racket going on in the Appalachians.
What do you mean?
They sell ginseng. They get it from the woods, and apparently people are dying over this, and they're robbing each other, and it's this big fucking industry is the Appalachian ginseng market.
Yep. No way.
I don't know, but it's all horse shit. Like they're like there's threats and there's people on their land, but it's all fake. And then Pawn Stars has become unwatchable.
That's too
completely.
bad.
Now you got Chumlee with his new thin fucking look and his pearly white capped fucking teeth.
Right.
They're perfectly white.
The pawn shop's been great business for
They're
them.
not even close to the people they were when the show started. It's like,
and they're not hanging out there anymore. They're TV
No.
stars.
When they are at the counter,
right,
you could tell the store's closed. It's
right,
fucking closed for business. And now they're accepting like offers for shit they never used to. This woman comes in with some Owens Corning implant, the first one ever made, or some bullshit thing, and it's like, all right, it's kind of unique. Not $600, they never would have in the original thing paid $600 for the fucking thing. Right. Now I think it's like, oh look, it's outrageous. They're paying that much money to try to get some interest up. It's all fake now. Completely all fake. The storylines.
The show jumped the shark.
The father gets shot in the eye with a toy bazooka, and like in the next scene, he's got a fake black eye.
What?
It's so phony. Hate it.
This guy wants to say the ginseng story is, it's very, very real.
Look, the story might be real, but that show is not real.
Larry, what do you got on the ginseng?
Well, I haven't seen the show first.
All right, then talk out your ass. Feel free to chirp out your ass, sir.
Larry. But I live in western North Carolina. That's where I make my
braggart.
home, and I own mountain property. And I was told when the land was bought, some of my previous neighbors told my wife, it's prime ginseng land. They get $100 a pound for ginseng. A dried root literally goes $100 a pound, and they walk all through them hills looking for the ginseng. You know what it looks like. I don't grow any on my land. I don't want people tromping.
This is as fascinating as the show, Opie.
Is this the guy the mining guy?
Well, I mean, really, seriously, they will kill over ginseng. It's so lucrative. And
this is the catfish guy, right? Is he? It's the guy that calls a lot.
He calls the after show almost every day.
About he's just full of shit, or is he?
No,
real?
Larry's the fucking man.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's the one that likes you?
Oh, he loves me.
Oh, this asshole. I've heard him bash us, Opie.
Oh, yeah. He definitely
He bashes us and our show in favor of the Sam Roberts show.
You.
Well, then he shouldn't be allowed on the air.
Yeah.
I have stopped bashing.
Oh,
Why would you have
shut up.
started bashing?
Yeah.
I think he meant it tongue-in-cheek.
Old ginseng dick.
Bashing the show. I have.
Oh, please.
And stop bashing you. I have.
Oh.
When I heard about the security required to protect the valuable source of the Kumiakam, I thought maybe you were
exactly it.
when I was making out, and I never bashed you again.
What's the ginseng thing about?
Is people selling ginseng. It grows naturally up there. They got $100 a pound.
Don't we just get that shit from China?
That's what I thought, but apparently...
I thought they just shipped it over here from China.
The Appalachian Way.
Yep. Is that the hotbed for this ginseng?
That's the hotbed. Yeah, that's it. Oh, who the fuck knows?
What is it, a root?
It's a root.
So what, you got to dig it up?
Yep, they dig it up. Dig up that root. That, and then apparently, I've noticed the show Axemen.
Right.
According to their commercials, every episode, a giant pile of logs falls on somebody from their machinery.
Well, that sounds like a show I would enjoy.
That's not like that, Jimmy.
But if you have a show like that, you got to have that happen a lot.
You'd think, but
You
it
have
never.
to.
But it never happens. Before the commercial,
right?
They go, oh, look out, and wow, you'll see like some logs falling and guys running, and then they come back from the commercial and realize nothing really happened.
Right.
Nothing really happened. No one got hurt, but then they do it again the next time. That's like Ice Road Truckers or whatever the show's called now. Every commercial looks like a truck slides off a giant cliff.
Sure.
But then it doesn't.
Then there's nothing going on.
Go on, look out!
Remember we had the Ice Road Trucker guy on?
He was fun.
He was creepy, man.
Yeah.
He was a lot of fun. That laugh of his. He had a great laugh.
Indeed.
I guess California's burning.
Yeah, there was a big fire.
Pretty much all of
guys,
California, I guess.
2 guys set.
Yeah.
Big fire. They got arrested them, I think. But burnt down some pretty lucrative real estate.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
have you ever watched that show Porter Ridge with a bunch of hillbillies? What's Porter Ridge?
Never heard of it, sir.
Say hi to Bill in Carolina. Bill.
Oh, Bill.
Billy.
Hey, guys. Anthony, it's these fucking hillbillies that own a junkyard in Missouri or somewhere. They call them hill jacks. And it's like, there's Dog Killer Ridge is one of the junkyards. I guess it's up on a ridge. And the other one is a thing called Porter Ridge. And they have all these competitions. But this fucking guy at Porter Ridge, you gotta look him up. He's a lunatic. You can tell it's fake as shit, but he...
Yeah, I can't take those fake shows.
Yeah.
I don't watch them.
Yeah.
They're awful.
He's a knucklehead.
You can't... Yeah, but it's fake shit. Right. I can't watch it and be like, oh, that guy's a character.
Right.
They'll start it with those dumb shows like Lizard Lick Towing, and they're so outrageously stupid and fake.
You think the towing shows were fake?
They're so bad. Come on, Bobby, get in the car, Bobby. And then there's a video of the car leaving the area with people shooting at it, but the camera guy's there. Right. He's there with the gunman? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's not quite that bad. This guy rides a bike and he never wears a shirt.
All right, we'll check it out. We're more into the the ginseng.
The ginseng.
The ginseng.
Believe me, I was watching that because I left something else on. And then it came on, and I'm like, this
Your
is
hood?
terrible. Yes. My hood. I'm in the Klan. Oh, shit.
We got a lot of guys from Tennessee. They're pissed off. Go ahead, Joe.
Really?
Hey, guys, that dude, Larry, he is so full of shit.
Ah, the caller's full of shit.
Yep.
Yeah, there's none of that going on here. My stepson, he goes back on my land and picks ginseng, and he don't get nowhere near the money for it, and there's nobody trying to rob or kill him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so full of shit.
Maybe he's getting the shitty ginseng.
Gotta get good stuff.
Anthony got me hooked on that fucked up show, Hardcore Pawn.
Well, I don't watch Hardcore Pawn. That's the one from Detroit, and that's even phonier than Pawn Stars.
I know. That's what I'm talking about.
They show the people there, a bunch of black people. They come in trying to sell like a 1980s boombox for. They want $100 for it. They're ready to give them $5. They get in an argument, and then the black person gets kicked out of the store, and you see him with the fucking mic pack on their back underneath their pants. It's like, really? He's so angry. He's ready to kill you. You got to throw him out of the store, but you're trusting him with a fucking...
Right, of course.
An audio pack on the guy's back? And when did you wire him up?
Yeah.
And more bullshit.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the guy saying they're not getting $100 a pound for ginseng. That's full of shit. Thank you, sir. Justin in Tampa, go ahead.
Hey, I wasn't calling about the ginseng. I was calling about the worst show on TV. I don't know the name, but it should just be called Two Assholes with Metal Detectors.
Is it the meteor? Is it the one where they're trying to find meteors, or the one where they're trying to find good stuff?
No, where they're trying to find, like, Civil War bullets.
Civil War bullets?
Sam, could you find that? I need a preview of the metal detector show.
I saw the first episode
down to that, huh?
One of these metal detector shows, and the guy's like, oh, what do we got here? And he digs up and he sees a gun, and it's like, it's a gun, it's a gun. And then they go to commercial. They come back. It was a cap gun, half of a cap gun that was buried in someone's yard.
That's a teaser.
Yeah, they try to make it, that's their big teaser, right?
Let's see what this show's all about.
Oh, is it going to beep or boop? I'm captivated.
That's a shitty version of it.
They literally have a GoPro on the metal detector facing up at the guy's face to catch the action of metal detecting.
When he hears a beep?
The metal detector's eye view.
We had one growing up. Because all the local beaches on Long Island.
That fits into your family's MO, though.
I swear to you, it was fun for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 fucking minutes it was fun.
Beep. Beep. Oh, bottle cap.
Yeah, it was just...
Oh, bottle cap.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, where's the riches?
Yeah, the thing went off all the time.
Yeah.
Because there's so much fucking pollution on the beaches.
Yes,
it's all just
metal bottle caps.
Metal crap. Beep. Oh, a bottle cap. That's funny.
Another bottle cap.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
We hated it after like 10 minutes.
Oh, Diggers. Oh, see, I thought there was a new show I was going to watch on National Geographic.
I got it.
See what I did there?
You got a clip of Meet the Diggers? You got to get them at a beach.
Is that what's happening, Sam Roberts, with the video?
It's loading.
It's loading.
Loading.
Shit shouldn't have to load anymore.
Exactly.
No, it shouldn't.
Instant delivery.
It's on National Geographic. It's called Meet
Nat
the Diggers.
Geo.
Nat Geo. I know.
Nat Geo is the cool way to say it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that.
Wow. Look at what?
Look at what? Then they don't even show it.
Got a shovel.
Awesome.
He doesn't even have to bend over.
Long
He's going to
handled
shovel.
sand scoop, and it's perfect for the beach.
That's right.
Anytime you find something, you can just push the sand into the scoop.
This is a parody, right?
No.
That's what's so sad.
An American dime. Shake the sand out or dip it in the water, and the only thing left are the objects larger than a dime.
Wow. Cool.
Sounds pretty darn good.
Saves from bending over.
Wherever it is,
Yeah.
it's in
Bending
the
over
scoop.
comes later when they get back to the hotel room. See, they're fucking each other.
You can use it as a walking stick.
Got a nick in the scoop here at Cape May, New Jersey.
Well, let him out.
Very, very nice and handy.
You know, 5 cents closer to buying that plane ticket home.
This
is a real show, huh?
Is this the good stuff?
Yeah.
That's terrible. It's the
How-
good stuff.
That's how they're trying to sell the show.
Two guys walking down a beach with a metal detector and a scoop.
And I would assume if you're doing a show called Meet the Diggers, you need to find something eventually. So you might have to bury a thing or two.
Oh, you think maybe
Of
some
course.
shenanigans and hijinks?
Of course. Who's who's regulating you? So you got to like throw something in the
true.
sand every once in a while.
It's just entertainment,
Right.
Yeah, you could lie. Hey, look, we found a gold doubloon.
Have you? Oh God, what's this one? Dave in Long Island. Dave.
Oh, I saw the ads for this one.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah, island on history. It's these guys are on this island. Apparently, there's a story behind it where kids in like 1795 were digging, found a bunch of these wooden planks, these oak planks that aren't actually indigenous to the island. So they don't know how it got there. And then all of a sudden, there's a story behind it, and there's something buried. I don't know, 100, 200 feet down.
Curse of Oak Island. It's the name of the show.
And what is it?
Curse of Oak Island.
They're on Oak Island, and there's a curse there or something.
All right.
That seems to be the show, but it's more like paranormal bullshit shows, where, again, before the commercial, they're like, what's that? What's that? Oh, my God! And then they come back, and it's nothing.
Oh, that's just Jen with the coffee.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you hear that?
we sent her
Wait,
out for
something in
Starbucks.
the corner! And then they come back, oh, there's
We
nothing.
sent her out to Starbucks because we're bored shitless.
Yeah. Let's see what previously on the curse of fucking Oak Island.
Sure.
There it is. Is this the spot where they died? Several generations of raised life and limb and died looking for something here on Oak Island. Here we are.
Oak Island.
10X. My brother and I want to see just what is down there.
Whoa, there's something here.
Look at the films we took.
That could be the top of the tunnel.
We need to try and bring up all the stuff that's down in that cavity. Wait, that's metal, right?
Inside a rock.
Very peculiar.
No, it's not.
What?
It all started in 1795 when 3 young men discovered a strange indentation in the soil, which when excavated revealed bits of gold chain. A small piece of paper with writing on it.
Oh, wow.
Even a large stone slab with curious codes and symbols carved into it. Dubbed the Money Pit. The strange hole was eventually excavated by treasure hunters to a depth of 90 feet. When one of them hit a booby trap, which flooded the shaft with seawater.
Boobies.
What was down there? Nobody knows. But 3 things are certain. The island becomes an obsession for all of those who try and solve the mystery. 6 men have lost their lives in the process. And, according to legend, 1 more will have to die before the treasure can be found.
Oh, what nonsense.
Wow.
What? It is pretty weird. What do you think it was?
I don't know.
Eventually?
Probably somebody burying some
Originally, I should say.
valuables. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sounds
It's
legit.
probably just the town dump.
Yeah, the dump.
If 1 more has to die, you should bring like an old relative with cancer,
right?
And just smash him in the back of the head
And throw him in the pit and be like, all right, now, guys, let's go to town.
Where's my booty?
Let's get this shit. My booty.
Let's say hi to Jeff in Tennessee. Jeff.
Yeah, what about those stupid Bigfoot hunter shows?
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. There's
that
only
one start
one.
yet?
There's only one good one, and that's the one with Dean Cain.
Did that one start yet?
'Cause he's our friend. I don't
Remember
know.
we promised him we'd watch? Did that one start yet?
I have it DVR'd.
Oh, okay.
I saw the first one.
Was it good?
I didn't see it.
Though I support Dean Cain in all of his ventures.
Sure.
I will not watch a Bigfoot show. I just won't do it. No.
Problem is, you can't keep it quiet. If someone did catch the Bigfoot, it would already be news.
It would be huge news.
You can't wait to the final episode of your dumb TV show
to see if they caught Bigfoot.
Right, you can't do that. So obviously they did not catch
and now
Bigfoot.
It's like society has changed forever.
Right. But we're going to wait
But
till
we have to wait.
the season finale?
Yeah, that'll happen.
That's not going to happen.
I don't think so.
I'll stick to my Tree Fort
like that
show.
Tree Fort show. Yeah, I like those things.
Tree Fort or Tree House. I guess you got to call it the Tree House.
The Tree House show is good. I saw one of those. The world's best Tree House. That fucking ruled.
I love the Tree House
That
show.
ruled.
Are you fucking around?
No, I love it.
I love it. I don't know why.
They had a restaurant in one in some like England or something. Those were great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want Ant to build a tree house.
I have no trees, remember?
Yeah, I know.
I took all my trees down.
Yesterday.
I took my trees down because they were putting awful, horrible leaves and stuff in my pool. You know, the natural things that trees do. I hated that.
The music makes these shows bullshit, of course.
Yeah, they all try to punch it up with their stupid.
They try to rock it up
music.
a little bit.
And every show is tune in, somebody could die.
Yeah.
Larry the trucker from Wyoming. What's up, Larry?
Damn.
Hey, I was wondering if you guys have watched Prospectors. It's a group of like geologists up in the Rockies and back behind Denver. And one of the geologists is this hot broad with huge tits, and she's always bending over. It's just hysterical.
I'm sure she's.
They're taking advantage of her huge tits.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a preview for this one.
Where is she? Let's get her. Where?
Right.
Wait, is that which one?
Is it Amanda Atkins?
Doris?
Yeah, that's it.
Amanda Atkins looks like she's a little dumpy. I'm not sure.
Well,
I can't
maybe
tell.
It's not her.
Or is it Doris?
Is there a clip of this dumb show?
The Doris family.
I want to see her bending over. I want to see if this guy's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Big fucking heavy milkers.
Oh, that must be her. They showed her in a bustier.
Right, here it is.
Hey, Amanda.
Hey, guys.
We represent the highest quality minerals, so we have this very special relationship, not
More
only with the
phoniness.
miners, but with the collectors.
I'm excited. I've been digging all year and keeping these guys in mind. The people at these shows
They're not
expect
rocks.
to see the very best specimens, and they come to the show knowing that
Minerals.
that's what they're going to see. This is going to be really exciting for you guys, I think.
The music.
One of the most
Exciting.
amazing
She's opening a
story
box of
I've ever hit.
minerals in this
Galactic.
music.
Yay.
Music for
We
that.
have here.
It's got the galactic
Oh.
glitter.
Is that muscovite inclusions?
That's
Muscovite inclusions.
Oh, my God, no.
Ah, you have muscovite inclusions.
Yes.
With fluid leakage.
It's like muscovite to the party.
Amanda's minerals are Colorado's finest. What do you think about for all of them?
Gosh, you know, this is a
They're
wonderful...
like, I'll trade you
It's
for the
not-
rock in my pants, and then I whip out my heart on.
Oh, I just want to call Larry. An asshole. She's not bending over, Larry.
She's not.
Yeah.
And she's in
Larry.
a black T-shirt, so you can't even tell if she's got big breasts.
This isn't sexy.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, the
Idiot.
times that I watched it, she was like climbing in a hole and bending over and just
I bet.
Yeah.
crazy.
You're a liar.
You're full of fudge.
Hey, I always wanted to thank you guys.
Oh, yeah?
When my wife passed away, you guys were...
Uh-oh. Oh, no, did you hang up on... Oh, my God, you are heartless. He was getting all choked up. Oh, you are fucking terrible. Wow. Oh, my God. That is the worst thing I've ever seen you do.
I just drooled.
That is the worst fucking thing I've ever seen you do. He was getting choked up. He was going to tell us what we got him through. Holy shit. Oh, that's fucking brutal.
You've been wanting to talk to us for a long time.
Oh. Woof.
I don't feel good about that.
Woof. Just to hear that, I want to tell you, dial tone. That was terrible. Wow. There's still a little fucking flicker of that guy left, isn't there? There's still a glimmer of that fucking old school guy.
Fucking crying.
Oh, so is he. Driving a truck somewhere in Wyoming with tears down his face, feeling completely rejected.
Oh! Ira!
Well, Ira will make us all feel better. Ira lost some weight.
How's everybody?
Very
We're
good on this
Ira.
Friday.
You lost a few pounds, Ira.
Huh?
You lost some weight.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. How did you
I'm
do?
on a strict diet.
What kind of diet?
I eat half in the afternoon and half in the evening.
Half what?
I don't have any cakes. I don't have any breads. Nothing whatsoever.
So, are you eating like meat, beef, things like that?
I had meat the other day.
What did you have for
without
breakfast?
Potatoes.
What did you have for breakfast
Meat
today?
without the potatoes.
Cereal.
Cereal? Isn't that
Yeah.
grains?
Fiber with fiber.
What kind of
fiber with fiber?
Fiber.
That sounds like a dangerous cereal.
I had
You can't have
cereal.
fiber with fiber.
Oh.
What'd you have?
Fiber.
Oh, okay, so it's fiber.
Wait, you had
Yes.
Cheerios with fiber?
Yes.
Oh, you added the fiber,
You're
right.
supposed to have fiber, and this is where you lose weight.
Ah, and then what are you going to have for dinner?
Then I'm going to have chicken tonight.
Oh, what kind of
Chicken with lettuce and tomatoes. If they serve rice, I don't have any rice.
Why? Oh, that's another thing, the carbs?
That's right.
You're in a carb-free diet.
That's right.
How is it hard to stick to?
No, it isn't. It's very, very easy to stick to.
Is it Atkins or is it...
Well, one of the doctors said to me, lose weight. And I did lose it.
Uh-oh, was there a problem?
How many pounds?
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
I was weighing 217 at one time.
And now what are you
I'm
at?
weighing 185.
That's 32 pounds.
185
Nice.
now.
I say this.
Yeah.
I've been walking a half a mile every single day.
I was going to ask you about exercise.
Yes.
So you
And
walk.
I go for Zumba.
Zumba.
And I take exercise.
Can you show us a
and
Zumba?
everything.
Can you show us a little
Show
Zumba?
us a Zumba.
That's
You're
Zumba.
Zumbaing.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
That's
Well,
cool.
The weather.
Oh, yeah, what's the weather for the weekend?
Next week,
I want for the weekend.
this coming weekend, it's going to be nice this weekend, but tomorrow it's going to turn colder.
What temperatures are we looking at, Ira?
It's going to be around 25 degrees tomorrow night,
Oh.
34 degrees on Sunday.
Is that Fahrenheit or
Getting
Celsius?
very, very cold.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
next week we're getting a big cold wave. It's going to be around 10 degrees.
Whoa.
What about precipitation?
Precipitation. Next week it's not going to snow, but the week after for Super Bowl, we're going to get a big blizzard.
Whoa! He's
That
predicting a
weekend.
blizzard for Super Bowl weekend.
Are you serious?
That is right.
That's what they're starting to say?
Who's saying that? Ira's saying
I
that.
am
That would be the...
I don't think. Have you checked your the models or the maps?
models and everything.
That would be hilarious.
Models. It's a ship in a bottle.
First of all, I want to wish
Yes, I
everybody
saw.
a happy
Yep.
and a healthy New Year.
Thank you,
Of
Ira.
course,
The
Ira.
best.
Ira.
Good to see you.
Very good to see you again, Ira.
you.
Congratulations on the weight loss. You look great.
We got to get him for the second Super Show. You know
Yes,
that.
Super Show is coming up. We want to have you in.
When is the Super Show?
In February.
February, we're having the Super Show.
I forget
Where
what
at?
day. I think right here.
Right here.
Right in here.
Okay. All right.
We'll
Will you
have
be here for
Ira.
the Super Show?
I'll be in.
You want our people to call your people?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now Zumba, your ass
There
out
he
here.
goes. A little Zumba.
Zumba out.
Thank you, Ira.
There he goes. He's doing a little Zumba toward the door.
I love the.
Oh,
he just banged into Jimmy's chair.
That's all right. He's drunk.
He's
Might wa-
okay.
he might
Thank
wa-
you, Ira.
Might want to add carrots to his diet
Yeah.
Oh my
for his
God.
peepers.
Oh boy,
Good old Ira.
Ira's great. He was Zumbaing.
Yeah.
Everyone's losing weight. Is everybody adhering to? Is E-Rock adhering to his weight loss program? Is Roland? What's going on?
I think right now they're both taking it seriously.
Are they? They
So why don't
finally
we-
decided.
Why don't we do a goof weigh-in after the break?
I don't know.
Do we
if
have their starting weights?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Let's
know
see
if we
who's
wanna
doing-
weigh them progressively throughout because it would give them
no fuck it. Let's
advantages.
It's been 2 days.
It'd be good to see if there's any progress
right?
Because
they only get 4 weeks, so
yeah.
It'd be very interesting if they lost anything in the 2 days. They're
supposed to check.
They're supposed to lose almost a pound a day.
Crazy.
How does Ira not feel the drool on his cheek? He's talking and like drool is coming out.
It's very
shiny. Yeah, it's literally like fucking. How do you not feel that droplet running down your face? What's wrong with him? What does he have? No face feelings?
I don't know.
His face nerves were cut off.
Yes.
We're gonna get an early report on the weight loss challenge.
Early report.
We might wait Roland and E-Rock after the break.
Yeah.
And then we got to do this My Strange Addiction. That's why we're taking phone calls about TV shows.
Right.
We got a clip about the woman who chews and sniffs piss-soaked diapers. I don't buy it.
It doesn't make sense.
But we'll watch the clip. Maybe it'll be believable.
Of course we will.
And now, another bedtime story with Jim Brewer. Listen to this one. I went to Iowa, Dubuque, Iowa. We roll up to this gorgeous hotel. Gorgeous hotel. The kid comes up to me. He's got a camera, and he goes, Brewer, your dad has to go. He has to go now. And I know I've got about 5 seconds to get him out in the toilet or it's over. So I go there. I open the door. And when I open the door, there's shit on my fingers. So I'm like, what is this? Like, what? So I'm looking at his hands. I can't understand where it came from. It's not on his hands. And it's fresh, and I can't tell where it's coming from. So I pull him up, and as I pull him up, I put him in the wheelchair, and I'm looking, I don't see nothing. So I roll him in, and as I'm checking, I can smell it. So I'm like, oh man, I see people looking around, and I look at him, he's got shorts on, and I don't know how I missed it. There's clumps of dung just hanging at his shorts. I finally get him upstairs, and I'm showering him up. But when I went downstairs, where I took him out of the car, there's a pile that must have fell out of his shorts, and it's on the sidewalk. It's such a surreal moment in life to see, like, where we go in life. It's just, there's a billion flies all over this thing, and people are just staring at me going, I can't believe someone let their dog just defecate on the sidewalk. Stay tuned for more bedtime stories with Jim Brewer.
The Opie and Anthony Show is back on Sirius XM. Oh, wow.
We're back with the O&A Show, heading toward the weekend, and I think we got Monday off.
Martin Luther King!
Yes.
Thank you, Martin Luther King.
Thank you, it's right.
Someone got in trouble because they were throwing an MLK, like a party.
Yeah.
And they put out flyers with, like, Martin Luther King, but they put, like, some bling around his neck and, like, had him at the club or something. So people were kind of like, hey, it's not a way to use his image.
Oops.
But the truth of the matter is, if you're going to have a holiday for a public figure like that and enough time goes by, you know, you have Lincoln in a guy playing Lincoln in a hat selling cars on TV.
Right.
So, you know, you got to take that shit, too. It's going to happen.
I love the media saying, Duck Dynasty ratings, take a dive. Like, it still did over 8 million people.
Yeah.
What was it doing before the
12 million last year, but maybe that was just an
anomaly. But it might just be some burn on the show in general.
Right.
And then
you can't keep those numbers up season after season. Yeah. 8 million is still a huge success.
Amazing.
8 million.
A huge success. What about the American Idol? How do they do?
Is that show still on?
Yeah, I guess.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. How did it do, though? Do all right?
Another amazing moment on American Idol.
Do they have an amazing moment?
No.
Oh.
Who are the judges even? I don't even know who's.
I don't even know who the
Jackson
judges
still
are.
on it?
No, it's Keith Urban, Harry Connick Jr.
I'm Keith Urban.
and Jennifer Lopez.
Oh.
Harry Connick Jr.
Their wow moment last night was one of the...
You watched?
Yeah, well, a little bit of it.
What a douche. What's wrong with you? Jesus
Staying up on shit.
Asshole.
You're staying up on a show that's done.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not. I know it's not Appalachian ginseng hunting, but
that's right.
Hey, look,
there you go. You just made our point.
I wasn't watching it,
dude. He made our point, though.
Yeah,
ginseng hunting way cooler than
American Idol.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, one of the contestants from the first season had a kid who was auditioning.
Whoa, That's crazy.
What are you talking about?
How many years has
Idol's only been on
11 years. 12
So
years.
an 11-year-old was auditioning?
No, he was alive.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotcha. Who gives a fuck?
But he was like, what?
It's like 14, 15.
Actually, yeah.
Maybe 16.
Ellen DeGeneres had the wow moment.
Is that right?
Yeah, a little internet superstar was on her show recently. Little black kid.
Who's that?
Could sing his fucking balls off.
Wait, you can watch Ellen, but I can't watch American Idol?
Ellen's funny.
Oh.
I have no problem saying into this microphone that Ellen DeGeneres is funny. I have no problem saying it. The show itself is like whatever. But
Does she follow you on Twitter?
Yes, she does.
She follows everybody on
Yeah,
Twitter, though. I felt all good. Don't you feel good about yourself when a big celebrity is like, oh, they follow me, and then you look at how many people they follow, and it's
85,000.
It's like, oh, they follow everyone that follows them.
Right. She follows 85,000 people.
Yeah.
Follow her and then just unfollow her immediately to get her to follow you.
Oh,
very nice.
Just to get the credit for that.
Can you get the Ellen big wow moment, maybe?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, that's all I got.
You didn't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Supposedly he's like a YouTube star, and Ellen brought him out. He's just a kid, and he was great.
She is a YouTube star on every other week.
That is true.
Good point.
Those little limey girls.
Yeah, so those little British, that little fat British chick is on with her
fat
friend
British
every
girl
week.
is always on.
Good point.
How, Ellen?
If you could find it, that would be wonderful.
I don't know what to look for.
Give it a little try, just to see.
I mean, I'm looking for Ellen in the news.
Ellen, put in Ellen Black Kid.
Oh, boy, that's racist.
Well, let's see what happens. We might luck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black Kid. Ellen Black Kid.
There is an 8-year-old. It's from 2008, but there is a little black kid on Ellen.
That's a chick, though.
It's from 2008.
Ellen Black Kid singer?
Yeah, no, this is a black boy. Put black boy.
No!
fucking way.
Oh, my God!
How old is he?
Why? He's a black
He's
boy.
a black boy. How old is he?
Child, then.
Oh, child?
He's a black boy if he's a kid.
Oh, well, that's true.
All right, put in, let's put in,
Oh, Jesus. Let's put
Ellen
in...
and little...
let's put in,
pint-sized...
maybe someone down there has the clip.
I think we actually have, what's it called?
Ellen Child Singer, recent
Go to our website
uploads.
and click on kids.
That's what it says.
Yeah, Sam, what's wrong with you?
Sam's one of the worst Googlers there ever was.
The kids section on Ellen's website.
Well, you should have known there was a kids section.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Right.
I told you how to navigate it.
You can sniff them out.
Sure.
Anything?
No, it just keeps auto-filling, so it'll be here in a
God.
minute.
Oh, my God. This is taking
There's the kid.
forever.
This 12-year-old with a golden voice?
Yeah, let's try that. Is it a black kid? Yeah, let's try this out. Yeah.
All right.
This was so not worth it, by the way.
Oh, my God.
That's a
It's going to be
commercial.
fucking fantastic.
This is so not worth it.
Look, she gets a kid from YouTube every week.
Whatever,
Yeah, she
man.
really does.
12-year-old, though.
It says Cruz.
Oh, commercial.
Oh, my God. Oh, here we go.
Well, I saw you singing on the internet, and I said
you
I
make that
would like
small?
to have him on the show. How long have you been singing?
I've been singing since I was 4. My parents heard me singing the Folgers commercial.
The
a
Folgers
little mysterious.
commercial? Which commercial was that?
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
He's 12, man.
I know.
I remember that one.
And I understand you were excited when you found out you were going to be on the show.
It was like the best thing ever.
I'm so excited. I
Yeah, his
love that
voice
you
hasn't
sang that
changed yet.
Jason
Yeah,
Mraz
exactly.
song, 'cause I love
Justin
that song,
Bieber
and I thought you had
thing.
a beautiful voice,
But
so I
he's
assume you
got
wanna
a
be
lot of
singer.
control in his voice, so
And has
he'll
anyone
probably
given you
do
any
very well.
advice?
Well, I told my math teacher about.
You don't have to hear the
Math
whole
teacher.
fucking
I know, how about
interview.
the singing, Sam?
Crazy.
He stands up eventually.
Some even fall to the earth. We've got a lot to learn. God knows we will.
This little Urkel can sing. Little Urkel-ass Urkel.
No, I won't give up. I don't want to be someone who walks away so easily. I'm here to stay.
That's how E-Rock dresses, by the way.
Yeah.
Little hat, a little child shirt.
Yeah. Fucking member of our gang.
Right.
Cause in the end, you're still my friend. At least it did intend for us to work. We didn't break, we didn't burn. We
You
had
think he
to
gets
learn
bullied?
how to bend without the world caving in. I I've got and what I'm not
monotonous.
and who I am.
Well, the problem is it took too long to get the clip, so... So,
Took the whole thing away from...
the interest wanes a bit.
Yeah, I hear you.
You want to bring in the scale? And
We got the scale.
All right, where are the guys?
Yeah, where are the contestants?
Yeah, where's Iraq and Roland?
Are you rooting for them both to be successful?
Yes, I am. I want them to tie for first.
No.
Two blue ribbons.
4-H.
There's a lot of bets going on behind the scenes already.
Yeah?
Who's the odds-on favorite?
Well, right now...
Iraq got into the onion field. Yes.
Another dummy that didn't realize when I said American Idol was done, I was just fucking around.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He goes, I don't think 15 million viewers is considered done for American Idol.
Whoa!
Yeah, it did
you.
It did extremely well.
He told you.
That was the point.
Internet fucking Twitter fucking heroes.
But no cool people are watching American Idol.
So
that's
sick
the difference.
of Twitter fucking heroes.
That's right, they are.
Hey, here they are.
So we got
another god fucking Doctor Who shirt.
Let me see it. Is that what that is? Looks like a big deodorant with a man on it. What is it? Why is there a deodorant with a man on it on your shirt?
That's the phone booth or something? What is it?
The TARDIS.
The TARDIS worn by the TARDIS.
Oh, whatever that is.
TARDIS and the 10th Doctor. You don't care.
No, I don't.
I really like Doctor Who.
I don't even care.
Doctor Who's a bag of jizz.
He really is.
You don't like him?
No. I just...
You have to give it a chance.
No, I did years ago.
I don't have an...
Years ago.
No.
Yeah. This is the new shit.
Peace, you give a chance. Doctor Who, you give a fucking a click off.
Yeah.
I don't have an opinion because I've never seen it.
I saw it a few
one
times.
episode.
Those wonderful BBC special effects where they throw a fucking sparkler at somebody.
Right.
It's great.
Like the old Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah, same shit.
Yeah.
So you guys are doing the Dr. Ian Smith thing?
2 days. I mean, we haven't got the blender or the snacks.
Oh shit!
Roland's already.
Oh, he's shitting all over him already.
Are you shitting on Dr. Ian Smith?
No, I'm
that
just
stuff
saying,
should have arrived immediately. I'm kind of with you.
Did he text you? Has he texted you yet?
He said, okay.
Any motivation?
Send the address.
Has he texted you any motivation?
Yeah.
Like, hey, go, you can do it.
He did. Watch me on Regis today. No, nothing.
He just plugged?
Wait, so it's a big scam.
That's hilarious.
He gets the plugs and
well, then you read the book. It said to have the shred snacks, to shred this. I was like
Tread?
Shred. His book.
Shred.
Because you're CHT in that word.
I thought there was like a tire thing.
No.
Tread.
I just know because I was kind of thumbing through the book.
And
He's going with the whole shred thing. He's got like shred bars, and his book's called
Shred.
Grilled chicken and spinach.
Right.
And then dreamt about pizza.
What do you think, Eric? Has Dr. Ian Smith kind of moved on and left you guys on your own?
Well, after the first day, during the first day, Roland texted him for or something to get advice from him. Next morning, he's all pissed off. First thing, walking in the office, he didn't write me back. He said he was going to be there.
Oh, shit.
Good for you, Roland.
Then the snacks and the blenders didn't come, so that's another issue with him. And then the current issue is going through the menu, where they're showing everything that you're supposed to eat through the day. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then there's a series of little snack times, so you're constantly eating something.
Constantly grazing during the day, right.
The problem Roland's having with this is that during the meals, it'll say chicken or pasta, whatever it says there, right? The snacks start off with buying Dr. Ian's products.
Oh,
so it's like, start off your first snack with the shredded popcorn or the shredded power bar.
Well, yeah, it's like Jenny Craig or any of them.
All that stuff, and then... Or here's the alternatives for 100-calorie or less snacks.
Right.
Off to the side. But it's all buy this stuff.
But that's what every day.
Yeah, that's fine.
I know, but this is driving him nuts because I send the snacks to
No,
him.
I get the point. This contest, hold on. This contest is only 4 weeks, and we're 3 days in already, and they still don't have any of the stuff.
They don't have any of the goods.
I understand what Roland's saying.
No, so I'm being good, just eating grilled chicken for dinner and spinach, but then my son goes, crying.
Well, look, but you have the snacks, right? Like, you can still get the alternatives if you have to for a few days. I'm sure he'll send stuff.
Yeah, but come on.
What are the alternatives?
Dick in the ass.
Sock.
Oh.
I said,
You simply have no alternative.
I see like food commercials. I want to just jerk off to the.
Yeah.
Why did you just want to eat the food?
That's good. A little cream sauce.
Yeah. Well,
It's killing me.
well, for the goof, could you guys get on the scale? I understand the problems here.
The other thing, too, is after the first day, I guess a lot of the other radio stations that he did appearances on found out what he's doing here.
Uh-oh.
And have been writing with our tags in it, saying, why didn't you do this for us? I gladly would have went on this. And all these black stations are just pissed that they didn't get the
shit, that they're not getting any freebies?
No,
they don't have
any
as many.
gives me that?
They got a book.
Why Sam laughing?
Roland got on the scale and Sam started laughing.
Says ERR.
Tilt.
There was an error message.
Oh, there was an error message.
Yeah. They were saying that something that we're not on Jupiter. You have to reach. This couldn't be a human.
Sounds like an autograph.
All right, Roland has been weighed. The contest is very early, but what is it saying, Sam?
All right. Roland weighed in initially at 336.
Yeah.
And I said, well, it got an error again. It keeps calibrating around 333, but then an error message pops up.
Holy shit.
So he may be down 3 pounds or
error.
Or an error on the scale.
That's okay. Well, maybe down 3
still
pounds.
Good. Still not up.
It's an error.
Unless the error means.
And Iraq will not disappoint.
Yes.
All right.
Whoa.
Oh! I think someone's
stay
impressed.
Stay on it.
Yeah, and put both feet on it.
Yeah,
yeah.
Stay
both
on
hooves on it.
Eric.
Oh,
Roland could be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, shit.
Eric initially weighed in at 247.
247.
That scale says 240.
Wow, 7 fucking pounds?
2 days?
Or
what do you have in your back pocket?
I bet he had lead socks on him.
Right, that day.
Yeah,
he knew
right.
it was coming, right?
Yes. Oh, that'd be funny if he knew Dr. Ian Smith is coming and he could have loaded his
some
pockets
shit
up with some lead shot or something. Quarter rolls, whatever.
What the hell?
Yeah, 7 pounds.
Yeah. Do you feel like you've lost 7 pounds in 2 days?
Baby, pounds.
I have a lot of headaches.
Oh, no.
Why? What are you doing?
I don't know, but whatever this is just I'm riding Advil every day.
The listeners are getting that right now.
Well, because you're putting foreign shit into your body.
Yeah.
You know, fruits, vegetables.
Are you eating any of your
water.
colorful water?
Stop
enhancer?
Colorful water.
No.
No?
Unfortunately. Green tea and honey, regular tea with lemon.
That's nice.
You're supposed to do like 6 cups of green tea a day.
Whoa, does that make you shit?
I think so.
Yeah.
It hasn't hit yet, but I'm sure it's coming.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a nice, poo this morning?
Not yet.
I did.
Oh. Yeah. So,
Nice fucking,
I need good shit.
nice thick shits.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. The bottom of your toilet right by where the water flushes down looks like the starting line at Englishtown.
Just thick.
Can't flush it away.
It looks like Winnie Mandela fucking tire somebody down your toilet.
All right, well, contest is on.
Yeah.
But Roland very mad. No blunder.
No, I'm mad at that and Target, so.
What do you mean at Target 3?
Because my credit got fucked up. My identity was stolen.
Oh, wait, you're one of the victims of the Target heist?
Yes.
You went to Target?
I went to apply for an apartment. They denied me, and I'm like, why? They said you opened 2 bank accounts 2 months ago, and I closed them. And then I called Target, and they took my identity.
Wait, did you were physically at Target at some point and you used your credit card?
Yeah,
because they're saying it's not online. You use your debit card? You never use your debit card
and then
for fucking as a credit card.
Never. Somebody opened a bank account in 2 different banks, and I hit my credit, and it dropped my credit score.
What?
Yeah, so
what happened?
I owe money to 2 banks, so I have to clear that up to get an apartment.
You never use your debit card. Here's what you do. You got a bank account. You get a debit card. Your bank will give you a credit card if you just go in and say, I want a credit card. Then you use that credit card. Because a debit card is just too much info on that fucking strip.
A debit card is a credit card.
Yeah, but you get a credit card that isn't a debit card
I
from the bank. So if you have a Bank of America account, you have that, but then just get another Bank of America fucking MasterCard and then use that because that is not near the info that's on that little strip on a debit card.
Yeah, wow.
Your life is on that fucking thing.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Oh no!
So I got hit with that. The woman, I was denied 3 apartments, but the third one, the woman kindly told me.
This is why.
This is why.
Because you're a deadbeat. We don't want you living here, you deadbeat.
Yeah, you lummox.
You overdrew by $500, and I was like, I never banked at that bank in my life. Wow. And then I got email from Target saying.
So can't you show that email to these people?
They said, we sympathize with you, but our property rules are X, Y, and Z.
They fucked me once, the credit reporting companies, with my truck. I turned in my truck, and as a trade-in, the lease was up, I got a new lease, and then 6 months later, I got something saying, hey, your truck was repoed. The dealership parked my truck under a fucking bridge near their dealership, waiting for whatever happens after a thing, and they just left it there and never reported that I had turned it in, so it went as a repossession on my fucking record.
Wait, what happened?
I turned in my lease.
Yeah.
And then the company, the dealership where I turned in my lease, they parked it in their parking lot that was under a trestle in fucking Brooklyn or some bullshit, and then forgot about it and left it there. Never did the paperwork, never did anything. So as far as GMAC knew, I just stopped paying and never turned in my car.
Oh my God!
So they had it as a repo.
Me?
It went on all 3 credit reporting agencies. It took me 6 months to get it off of 2 of them. The last one, they never took it off. It just went off over time, but I tried and tried. They never fucking took that off.
What would they say?
I had a repo. They said, well, whatever. Actually, fucking Ford sent a letter. Ford Motor Company sent a letter to the credit reporting agency. That never came off.
Yeah, that's the one that said you're going to have to do a lot of steps.
Oh, but you fuck up, they'll put it on real quick.
Yeah.
They'll get that shit on your credit report real quick. But taking it off is nearly impossible.
But she said before they had a perfect score. Until then,
yep. See what happened?
A dig in the ass.
Yeah.
They also told him yesterday, too, while he was finding all this out, because of the bank accounts, he has to go check on his Social Security as well.
Yeah.
Because they use that as part of the
information. Oh, yeah, so you use your
account.
Social Security number.
Everything. So
that's your whole life right there. Can you get another Social Security number if it's compromised?
I don't think so. I think you just have to walk.
They can give you one in witness protection, can't they?
You're stuck with that. Well, but that's,
Yeah. And the woman said to be vigilant and look at your credit report every week or every other day, because
every other day. Who could look at that?
How do you find a credit report?
Well, Target they send this since you've been compromised, like a year thing.
Thanks.
So.
Oh, they subscribe you for a year to a company.
Like I got screwed again by you. Hey, there he goes.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God.
The apartment compliment. They go, we sympathize with you, bud.
Now you're like that hipster band.
Yeah.
And Roller's credit report didn't go well, and have to see those fucking asshole hipster douchebags.
Or they said the other option, I could pay a full 1.5 years rent in advance. I said, if I had
a year and a half rent in advance.
I said, if I had that much money, I wouldn't move here.
Yeah. I would tell you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Wow, you got fucked.
Yeah, so I may have to find go on Craigslist and get a room.
Room for rent?
Why clean this up?
A hovel. I live in a hovel.
Jesus, that stinks.
It does, yeah.
That is fucked up.
Yeah, the woman said if it wasn't for that, you're right in easily. But because of that, it's...
But how come they can't make an assessment of realizing that this is not your fault? And it's like, oh, it's policy. Fuck policy.
They said we sympathize with you, but when we put in the computer, it says no.
Fuck the computer.
Yeah, you can work your way around the computer.
Say reprogram your computer to say that if there's a problem, you can...
I've been with that same company for a year, renting from another property.
So they know you're good.
Yeah, they said, but the computer says no, we have to go back.
I hope a murderer moves in instead of you and kills everyone in the building. That'd be great. And then you go, ha ha, told you.
Right.
Would your computer pick that up, fucko?
I know.
And use fucko.
I sleep a lot, and I just watch TV. I go, I'm your best, and I pay my rent early every month.
What?
I know.
And you sleep a lot, right?
Yeah. I won't use your gym. I'll keep on moving by.
Yeah, I think they know that. I think they don't need a computer to figure that one out.
They didn't have to ask that question.
So
that sucks, Roland.
Oh, Roland.
A
lot of people, they're saying millions got fucked on that scam.
When I talk to Chase, they go, oh, don't worry, you're not the only one.
No shit.
I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Well, that's a consolation.
I didn't know about it
Thanks.
until I applied trying to get the apartment.
You know what we'll do for you? We'll take a guest.
What?
We'll take a guest.
That's right. One with worse credit than you.
We'll take a guest that we didn't want to take, just to make Roro feel better.
No. that has nothing to do with this.
Because I think, what about my truck?
No.
I don't think so.
It's either that or we might have to write a check for the guy. It's hurting a little bit.
What?
Fuck the gas.
With
Check
his
for
with
me.
his shitty credit, I'm not writing him a check. You deadbeat.
I really feel like a Mexican.
Where are you going to
now.
cash at the bank you ripped off?
I know. I feel like a true Mexican now.
Oh
no!
A new race would play and rear its evil head.
I know.
Yeah.
So who's the guest you want us to take?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe somebody you agree upon. Because I know somebody you don't like. It just doesn't go.
Doesn't mesh with everybody.
Yeah.
Wow. That's fucked.
Yes, I have to go on the phone and call a couple other people.
What is the deal with the banks now? They opened accounts.
They opened accounts, withdrew
on the accounts,
and then
closed them down.
And they did that to 2 banks.
How much did they overdraw?
One bank was 500, the other bank was 200.
There's probably a limit on the banks.
But just by those small amounts, since it's recent, 2 months ago. My credit report just dropped. Oh man! Because it's just 2 months.
That should be able to be taken care of on the phone instantly.
Of course.
Like this shouldn't be a big deal. You should be able to go, yeah, that wasn't me. Obviously, you could check this, that, the other thing, and they should be like, oh yeah, okay.
It's filing to the Social Security, it's filing here, filing there.
It's always a big fucking boodle.
Yeah, I told the guy, I'm trying to rent an apartment in the next few weeks. The guy goes, poof,
good luck to you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
So, hopefully, in a few months.
Months.
Because they have too many people, like, filing reports.
This is fucking crazy.
Because now they have to get the people who really were hurt. The people are doing fake claims now. So.
Sorry, Roll.
Yeah.
Don't be in the A.
Oh, well. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Well, it's okay. I've pretty much forgotten about it already.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, well.
Weekend's here. Oh, well.
Right.
Oh, well. That's a shame.
I will almost think about this over the weekend.
I might give it a thought.
Right.
Do you know what made me laugh so hard last week? The other day when you did, hey, this is some great iced tea. Like, the reason I was analyzing, because I was literally laughing on the plane all the way to Los Angeles. And I'm like, why am I laughing so hard, Dex? I've heard you do And I realized it was because E-Rock was talking, and it was your utter disinterest in his plight.
Yes.
That made it was like he mentions iced tea, and there's not an ounce of the context that means anything.
I'm just hearing the word
iced tea, and hey, that's a good time for a funny impression.
It was great iced tea.
Yeah, it was the utter complete lack of concern.
Yes.
For that fucking idiot's plight.
That is true. I did have a complete lack of concern.
Footprints in the granite. Oh my God, dude!
Poor E-Rock. He's taking a beating this
Roland,
week.
could you leave? You're bumming everyone out.
Oh, Roland, yeah. Wow.
That's fun.
Keep this in up mood for the weekend. Jesus
really,
Christ.
Jesus, man.
I don't want to think how this could have affected me.
Been a pretty good week of radio. My God.
Poor Roland.
There you go. Target breach tied to Russian mob.
Oh, Roland has to deal with the Russian mob. We will get the Roland.
Right.
Who's the credit card we got here? Roland Campos. Yes, let's open 2 accounts.
Oh, fuck.
Poor bastard.
Give to me a yes on the guest.
Easy Pass hit this guy up with a charge that affected his credit for no reason?
Easy Pass.
I got to hear this one. Don in Jersey, go ahead.
I just got a new Easy Pass last week. They sent me a new tag and said, here, you got to put this one on. It's a replacement. So I put it on, and I mailed the other one back. I happen to look at my statement, and I see a $25 charge for a Class 5 vehicle, which is like a big truck. So I called them. I said, what's this? And they said, oh, let me look here. Oh, that's your tag. I said, what do you mean my tag? Oh, the new one? Yeah, it must have read it in the mailbox, in the mail truck while it was driving down the turnpike. I said, well, why was it in the foil pouch? He goes, oh, well, we mailed a foil pouch with it. It just happened to read. I'm like, this happen often? I mean, they're mailing you Easy Pass and hitting you up while it's in the mail, in transit.
I'll bet you that happens a lot and they don't say anything.
Yeah, because... go ahead, Kenny.
That fucking happened to me.
Whoa!
For real?
Whoa.
Yes, in his mail truck.
Yeah, they send me the new transponders, whatever you call them.
Uh-huh.
So I have them for my whole family. My son lives in another state.
Yeah.
So I mailed his new one to him.
Oh.
And when it went up the fucking Jersey Turnpike to go to like
just read it.
Yeah. There was like
and they probably assume because everyone has automatic pay that no one's even paying attention.
Right.
Probably a great way to get a quick few bucks. Of course you do.
So, but did you put it in the little bag that it was in? And...
No.
Oh, see, you must have knew it was going to fucking read.
They didn't give you a bag.
They don't give you individual bags.
Wrap it in tinfoil before. I have no idea if that even works.
Fucking thinks it was like
someone who pays attention attention to details.
It reads the fucking things, and if it's in a truck driving down that road unprotected, it's going to read.
Yeah, but it was like in like a mail thing.
Isn't it amazing how it could read it in the back of a truck, but sometimes you fucking drive through and it won't read it right at the fucking toll booth?
Yeah, and then I called. And
these scumbags figured out a way to make a few
Absolutely.
extra bucks because a lot of people are just not
even
going to check
they
their
won't even think
statement
about
that
it
closely.
Yeah, and I called to complain.
Right.
They told me beat it, and then I called to appeal, and they told me beat it.
They charged you?
Yeah, they charged me.
Because you didn't have proof, right?
Yeah, I had the fucking priority mail receipt.
What does
They
that
told
mean?
you to beat it?
Yeah.
Can't they fucking use? They have cameras at those things, don't they? They can take a picture if you're beating the toll. So why can't they take a picture when you're going through it?
Right.
Because you're dealing with a certain class of people on the other end of the phone.
I hear you.
You should have kept calling.
Yeah.
How much is it for?
Hold on. Hold on a minute. Andy in Florida, go ahead.
Andy.
Look, this guy is so full of shit. Just because your Easy Pass is in a truck, it doesn't mean you get charged at the truck. I'm a truck driver. My Easy Pass is registered to my truck. Now, I haul cars for a living, and when I'm hauling snowbirds back and forth from Florida, you got to tell them to take their damn Easy Passes out of the window, or they're going to get charged their normal freight all the way from New York or wherever, all the way down to Florida.
Right.
They know this shit is happening all the time. They pick up a little bit here, a little bit there.
Yeah, a couple of bucks.
But it happened to our guy Kenny, Andy.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, but you don't get
charged as a tractor trailer rate.
Oh, like the other guy who's still in the line. Don, you didn't get charged like you were in a tractor trailer.
Yes, it did. That was the thing that caught my eye, was a Class 5 vehicle. A normal vehicle's a 1 or a 2, and this is a Class 5.
Now, why would it read? It reads the tag, not the vehicle.
Right, it read the tag, which was in a mail truck, and went from Secaucus.
But it doesn't know it's in a mail truck. When it reads it,
right,
it's the tag that was sent to your house for your car.
Right. It's not aware.
It doesn't know that it's in a truck.
Right.
I'm just telling you what came on my Easy.
I'm gonna come on your face. That didn't sound
so
good.
lucky.
Anyway, like Timmy said, nobody checks these things. I get a paper invoice in the mail, and I just happen to look at it.
Yeah, I don't look at my Easy
thing
Pass.
to do.
I don't look at my Easy Pass statement really. Every once in a while, I guess. But
Yeah.
in general, that's one I could rip in half quickly.
You don't even look
out
at
of
it.
the pile of fucking things
I
that I
don't
go
know.
through. All right.
Send this one over to John Montone. He'll look into it.
Oh, that's a great one.
Easy
for John
Pass
Montone.
problems.
I had no idea that was going on.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, sure, it happens a lot.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Kenny. Kenny, so you're not fighting it at all at this point?
Kenny's not fighting it. You're done.
You've
You paid it, and that's it.
No, I'm having technical difficulties with this thing.
You're not here in the show?
No.
But we're right here.
Pointing at his brain.
I guess there was no turkey chili today either, huh?
No, the guy's out, but he's got to make 4 stops.
Yeah, he's got to get gum, juice,
Wait,
chili.
what?
He's got
There's
to...
only one guy
intern?
going?
Yeah,
The intern's out right now.
yeah. He's been out for a half hour.
But it's fucking like I'm going to be leaving.
I understand.
Do you want to have another intern go too?
Don't they know what top priority is? The air staff.
They're new. They're new.
What else did he have to do that it took a half hour? What other stops was he making?
Well, certain other people want another item, and a certain other person wants 2 other
But
items.
who's that?
Here comes our items.
I
All right.
requested,
What's wrong with
2
everybody?
things, but I didn't know it was the whole thing.
Well,
I thought
it's-
Sal was going out. Thanks. I'm getting a coffee and some gum.
Oh, Slowpoke McGillicuddy.
Yeah, well, I think another intern should.
Dude, he had to go to Starbucks, the chili place, the healthy juice place. That's 3 different stops.
Man.
Exactly.
And then he had to get gum. That's Dwayne Reed.
See,
4
all's
stops.
well that ends well.
The douchey hat store.
Gotta go to the douchey hat store.
Douchey hat store.
Thank you, sir.
I like Kenny, though. He says, all's
Yes.
well that ends well.
Exactly.
That's good.
Yeah.
See, everyone's happy now.
Oh, that's
All right.
perfect now. Very good.
Thanks, Kenny. I feel much better. You're right.
Oh, that's all's well that...
Let's take a look at this video of my strange addiction. I don't buy this show anymore.
You think it's just put on?
Yeah.
Isn't that the show where the woman was eating rocks?
I think
like she'd
so.
go up the side of the road upstate and start
Right.
eating rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch of bull
Maybe as a
turkey.
goof she ate one once, but I can't imagine she's
Yeah.
like hunting for the perfect rocks to eat.
Then there was a laundry soap girl that ate like laundry detergent, powdered laundry
Right.
detergent.
Oh, this broad's in Queens. This is a local broad, huh?
Oh, yeah.
And what about the couch? She was eating her couch.
Couch cushion foam. Yeah.
The stuffing in the couch
stuffing,
cushion.
Yeah.
Cushions.
Now this one likes dirty baby diaper. Addicted to smelling dirty diapers?
More than smelling.
More than smelling.
She chomps on it.
She can just suck out the goodness.
Yep, you gotta suck out the goodness.
I can't see, Sam. Come on, what am I?
Hey, it's the world's fairground.
Sure is.
My name is Keisha.
Oh, Keisha.
And I'm expecting my first child.
Ciao.
And I love sniffing and chewing dirty diapers.
All right. You're a filthy whore.
What a psychotic.
Yeah. What's she doing?
She's basically just making a snack machine.
But where does she get the dirty diapers if she's expecting?
She's expecting. So where exactly? Well, she might be.
Hopefully she'll tell us.
It looks like she might have a few already.
No, she says her first child.
Baby
She
mama?
did say first child.
Yeah, she just said first
So
child.
where's she getting these?
So who's the diapers?
Oh my God!
Her
Where's she getting the
grandfather.
diapers?
Who's using them?
What?
I don't know.
No.
Let's hear.
Well, let's hear. This is a mystery. This is a mystery now.
It has to have pee in it. The heavier ones that have more pee smell better. Yeah. This one's soft. I love it. It just tastes amazing. I have one while I'm cooking in the kitchen. I have one in my drawers. I have one while I'm sleeping.
Come on.
I keep some in my trunk.
She's sucking on it like
I
a
keep some
sandwich.
in my pocketbook. No, for real. This is good. Hold on.
She's not sucking on dirty diapers.
Like, you know when you're walking into a room and you smell like a strong smell like food and you kind of taste it? That's what it's like.
All right, where's the diapers coming from?
Yeah.
Why are they all folded up like that? And they look clean.
Well, that's how you dispose of them.
Yeah, but they don't even look dirty or anything. She's sucking
they
on
look
this.
a little too folded up.
Yeah.
Nicely.
They don't look like they've been worn.
So the show hasn't premiered yet?
I guess not.
Oh, okay, so we'll have clips next week on our show.
I'm calling shenanigans and bullshit on this one.
I don't buy it.
Where does she get the diapers?
Right. Why would you go on TV to admit this?
That's true too. Why the fuck would you go on TV and say I like sucking on dirty diapers?
Money.
People like being on TV.
They do.
Everybody goes on that.
Boy,
Jerry
people.
Springer.
You're right. People do like being on TV.
We do.
Oh.
We do. We do. It's the goal is to just get on TV.
Yeah, for
Everyone
whatever.
loves getting on TV.
It's awesome.
You were on.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, how'd your Fuse thing go?
Really good.
What'd you do? Did you interview Bieber?
No. I was just on a panel on the news show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Who were you on with?
I didn't know about her. I missed
He
it.
emailed everybody. I was going to email congratulations.
Did you?
But then I just forgot. I lost interest.
I watched. You did a great job.
Oh,
Sam did a
thanks.
great job with it.
Who were you on with?
It was quick.
who were you on?
5-minute segment.
Ironically enough, the two hosts and some guy who works for Entertainment Weekly.
Oh, you kicked his ass.
The hell is that guy
You
doing?
kicked the Entertainment Weekly's ass. He had nothing.
I made it a personal mission.
He
Good.
sure did.
Did he have a great voice though?
No.
Oh
He
shit.
sucked.
Because that was the whole thing with you, your shitty voice.
Right.
Was he on the radio show?
Well, he works for the magazine, and then he also does like a weekly
For those guys next door?
1 hour show. Yeah, next door.
Well, he's got a better voice.
Why is there a guy with a motorcycle helmet with a camera sticking off the front of it
Where?
and weights on the back of it?
Where?
Walking in front of shade.
I'll go find out.
Media destination. Cheers, people.
Yeah, there it is.
Cheers.
There it is.
Cheers.
Yeah, there's some kind of a guy that I guess is filming something.
Right.
He's got this big motorcycle helmet on, but it's not a GoPro camera. It's like a bigger camera on the jaw part, the mouth guard of the helmet, and then big weights on the back to counterbalance it.
Yeah, I'm doing a movie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
What is it?
It's about the moon.
What's it? I don't even, why do I ask? What's it about?
It's about going to the moon and discovering that there's a whole mall built.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Brian in Philly.
I don't know what to say to that.
Brian.
How you doing?
Pretty good, Brian.
I used to be a paramedic up in northern New Jersey,
Huh.
and we have taken people for eating this weird shit all the time. We actually had a guy who ate half the couch cushion, and they called us up because he didn't feel well. No shit, asshole. You just ate half the couch cushion.
Wow.
This stuff happens all the time.
I believe it's happening to a point, but I mean, I'm not buying that this broad is fucking sniffing and sucking on baby diapers.
Yeah.
Just not
All I
buying
know
it.
is that
I took a guy once because he ate half the couch cushion, so there's one proven case right there.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't doubt there's someone doing this stuff somewhere.
Right.
But for them to get it...
But they don't look like that woman.
Yeah.
She looks too put together, like she has a normal life and a normal job. And...
Yeah, there should be lunatic, like hoarder-looking people.
Of course.
Right.
Missing teeth, eyes that don't really focus.
Yeah. And where are they getting them week after week? Like, enough for shows. It would be odd if you got one person that would come forward and do this. Although, again, people like being on television.
I actually know somebody who ate part of a cushion.
No.
I do.
Who?
I don't want to say it's embarrassing.
Don't ask.
Well, I'm just saying. I don't want to say.
Don't ask. Don't, please.
This drives me crazy, though.
Don't.
Wait, who?
Don't.
I was very hungry.
No! God damn it!
I wanted to eat some piece of a cushion. I ate a little bit.
You didn't.
Yes, I did.
No. I don't like this character, Jimmy.
I like
Jim Norton. I don't like this character.
I ate a piece of a cushion.
Should I shinkle about it?
Shinkle about it.
Oh, I hate him.
You don't like him?
No. Awful character.
Let's go to Brian in New York.
Just bought another year.
Brian, what's up?
Yo,
Hey.
yo, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
You called us.
Yep. How does that work?
I saw the episode where where the lady was chewing on the diapers.
So wait, the episode was already out there?
Yeah, it was on I think Wednesday night.
Oh, okay. So where'd she get the diapers?
Go to HuffPost. I heard HuffPost might have a longer clip as well.
She gets them from her best friend who has like a small kid, and she's just like, she goes over every day and collects them.
Why would her best friend enable this?
Right.
Her best friend thinks it's disgusting, but she'll barge into the house at all hours and just like take the diapers off the kids.
All right, we got a long.
No, she won't. I don't buy it.
I'm not buying it either.
All right, we have a longer clip.
Here we
Hold
go.
on a minute. Hold on. Start that over. We got a longer clip.
All right, let's get to the bottom of this. Bottom.
Keisha, come here. This diaper's in a cup.
Just wash the cup out.
This is ridiculous.
All right, they're scattered all over the floor.
Come on.
I try to work with her, but I feel like she goes beyond for her diapers. She's even willing to dig in the garbage for her diapers. Come on.
I'm gonna smell them just one last time and then you can have them.
No.
Please, Sean.
No.
I'm not believing this at all.
Hopefully you guys can help me talk to her. I mean, I guess this is the last resort.
I'm fed up. I had enough.
That's her boyfriend or husband? Or?
She's fed up.
Baby mama?
Really, she's fed up.
Baby daddy? Yeah, she's fed up.
The acting's horrible.
It's terrible.
They show the living room, there's diapers just thrown about.
He's mad that there's a diaper in a coffee cup, and she's like, oh, just wash it out. This is bullshit.
You think it's nonsense?
It's total nonsense.
Stop.
She's not doing this. Mm-hmm. Mystery solved.
But who knows about this shit? How do they get these people? Where do they get them from?
I don't know if they really call in and they put on the act themselves, or if it's all staged.
You could tell a hoarder's mentally ill.
Oh,
The guy's sitting in a rusty chair in a yard filled with old truck parts.
Yelling at his kids who aren't as important as his junk.
Yeah, it's not just someone yelling, yo, there's doo-doo in the cup. I'll eat it.
Well, yeah. Or it's just an over-the-top exaggeration, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe she called because she wants to be on TV. Well, I kind of enjoy it once in a while, just smelling a urine-filled baby diaper.
It reminds me of a baby or something.
So then the TLC people, come in, and then they kind of hype the whole thing up. Well, we got to throw some diapers around. Let's put one in a fucking coffee cup. You got to...
Let's say you suck on the diaper.
Right, because it looked like when she was sucking on the diaper, she wasn't really committing to sucking on the diaper. If you enjoyed sucking on a diaper, you'd get your fucking mouth...
suck on that fucking
You'd get your whole mouth around that thing.
Oh. Yeah, sure would. You leave it on, though. You suck the diaper until the treat pops out the side. Yay!
That's disgusting.
It's like getting a clam out.
Let's go to Leb in Canada. Leb. What a weird name. Is that really your name, Leb?
I've called you guys before. It's a nickname. It's a horribly racist nickname. Anyways.
Were you Lebanese?
Yes, sir. Well, I'm Canadian. I was born here and everything. My parents are Lebanese.
But you're Lebanese. Why is Leb is like a bad fucking word for Lebanese? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. My friends call me Leb. Whatever. That's my nickname. Anyways, I'm calling about My Strange Addiction. I watched that same episode, and there's a dude that was on there that's even harder to believe that's in love with inflatable pool toys. You got to watch it. It's fucking hilarious.
Inflatable pool toys?
Oh, can you get that clip, Sam?
We're an asshole.
Inflatable pool toys? Thanks. And then this guy wants to stick up for the lady that sucks on diapers. Willis in Indiana, go ahead.
You fucking libber.
Hey, guys. I've been looking into like an iron deficiency thing because I know a woman that has it, and people will end up wanting to just eat ice all the time, chew on sheetrock, eat dirt. This lady with the diaper chewing thing, it could be just
Oh, that was perfect, actually. What were you saying?
So you think it's some kind of a chemical thing, and she needs that...
Right.
She's lacking iron in her blood.
Oh, good old iron.
So why not suck on baby diapers?
I-beam.
It doesn't even sound real, though, the couch cushion, right? It sounds like a weird phone scam.
Oh, no.
Hello. My couch cushions aren't delicious.
Who's calling, please?
This is Couchy McCushion Eater.
All right, what's the problem?
I am trying to eat my couch and it don't taste good.
I've never heard of that.
I got a stomach ache because my cushions don't taste good.
Well, that has nothing to do with us.
My mother-in-law was sitting on the couch and I ate her feet.
You probably didn't do that.
Yes, I did.
It's so stupid. It certainly is. That was a suggestion of someone on Twitter, and I stole it.
Good.
All right, let's see this one.
Inflatable pool toy.
Yeah. My name is Mark. I'm 20 years old, and I'm in a relationship with 15 inflatable animals.
All right, stop it.
My inflatables are the funnest creatures I have to hang out with in my life.
Most fun?
I'll eat with them. Wait, you want my food? Do the your own. Watch TV together. It's fine. I'll show you like. I bathe my inflatables. Just get sure.
Come on! This isn't real.
My inflatables not swimming.
Mark's addiction to inflatables began 6 years ago when he purchased a whale for his pool. Since then, the 20-year-old college
hired
animals
a mouthful of food
family, and even prefers them over people.
The thing about inflatable pool toys I love is that they're soft, they're cuddly. The bigger they are, the better they are. Kind of means there's more to love. And it's really nice to have somebody to talk to. No, Sammy, you don't get any of my soda, okay?
When I first found out about Mark's inflatables,
I punched him in the face.
Right? I lost his number. Fucked his sister, never called him again.
Exactly.
Take him down a flight of steps and popped all his dumb toys. Mark shit in his mouth.
Inflatables for love and affection.
Exactly. We gotta get a psychologist on the fucking phone. This is all bullshit, right?
Well, yeah,
Not true.
It's called inflatomorphia, and it's something that happens when the fluid from your spit gets stuck on the valve.
You become attached to an inanimate object that are inflatable.
You get attached to the smell of the rubber and things of that nature.
He's talking to it and everything. Like I can understand if this was in a mental institution and he was sitting in his own shit and stuff like that. But everything else, he seems like a regular guy.
Right.
You can't just be a regular guy, but then have this little aside.
But that's why I wonder if he has some weird attraction to this. And
No.
the TLC
punch
people
it up.
go, look, we're not going to be able to get you on TV unless we pump this up a little bit.
Yeah.
So we need you around the table saying you can't have my food, you can't have my soda.
It's like, wow, this guy's
got to talk
got
to these things.
He's got a lot of inflatable pool toys.
Right.
That's like the whole thing.
Right.
He's obsessed with inflatable pool toys. All right, now let's say that you fuck them.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I get it.
Let's hear the rest of this. And then we got
When he was 14 years old.
My mother really wasn't there for me when I was a child.
Good.
First time I hugged my inflatable whale, I actually started feeling all that love and compassion.
Wearing a Doctor Who shirt.
Now he's so dependent on his inflatables, he can't be separated
Even
from
with a
them
mouthful of
for more than
crackers.
when I'm at school. I start missing them, and it's almost like if I'm going a little bit crazy. Jenny. Once I go home, basically give him a hug, give him a kiss, spend like family time together.
Okay, we can talk more about you if we want.
Let's say every one of my inflatables has a different personality.
Pause. Did you see
don't you?
Did you see the table? What? Each inflatable animal had a plate of food in front of them.
They're all sitting at the table together, eating dinner. They all have a plate of food.
This is nonsense.
He's not doing this.
So stupid. Who's got the inside scoop on this TLC shit? Someone out there does.
Has a different personality. Nobody, don't you? Some like different types of music, some don't.
He's playing guitar to it.
Just
It's a shark.
sleep all day.
Yes.
I would say they get along together pretty well.
Yeah.
Wow, he's crazy.
Yeah, that's what they're like. Oh, look at
Crazy,
that. People talking. Did you see the guy with the pool animals on TV last night?
Wasn't that unbelievable? No, it wasn't unbelievable.
This is one of those things that people want to. They want it to be real, so they believe it.
Right.
Much like our own Sam did.
We went into the pool.
Remember that?
Inflatable animals come in the pool.
Remember, Sam, you fell for the news thing because you wanted it to be real?
Because it looked so fun.
The news guy saying that he would fuck that chick in a pussy.
Right, you're like, imagine
the missing chick.
That?
Yeah, I'd fuck her in the pussy.
A lot of people
and
felt
like,
that one.
oh, that's so fake.
Which is ridiculous.
And then the
that
second
was so
time,
fake.
second time you watch it, it spoils everything.
Mm-hmm.
But you wanted it to be real so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well.
So you sacrificed your own dignity.
Exactly.
I mean, I think I was over it. I don't even know why you had to bring it back up. I thought everybody was kind of over it.
Anything to try to crush your spirit.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Exactly. Cool.
Your meager dreams.
Let's get out of here.
Shit. End on that note.
Let's get a psychologist for next week. I want to see what that's all about.
Yeah.
But
I think it's all horse shit.
Might be based slightly on something, and then TLC
punches it up.
Comes rolling in.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Comes a rolling in.
He always gets the last word. That's Sam Roberts.
Well, next to the last word.
No, that's true, because I'm going to have some of the last words talking about Comedy Central's new hit show. Well, it's not new. The new one is all right, look. Workaholics is back with an all-new season starting Wednesday, January 22nd, 9 Central. It's a new season. Apparently, Adam Blake and the Durs take a turn as birthday party clowns, midwives, and even pimps for male gigolos. And after you check out the season premiere of Workaholics, make sure you stick around for Comedy Central's new series. That would be Broad City, from executive producer Amy Poehler. Amy Poehler. It's a rough name to spell. Broad City, about two smart-ass New York girls, and they're scraping out an existence with a bong and a dream. And loving every minute of it. Don't miss the season premiere of Workaholics, followed by the premiere of the new series everyone's going to be talking about, Broad City. It all starts Wednesday, January 22nd at 10, 9 Central, only on Comedy Central.
I have to,
Turn my mic off, and I'm ready to just fucking bolt. And Jimmy's sitting there.
I just have to plug, that's all. You don't have
Yes, Jimmy. No, I want to hear.
January
More
23 through 25th, Atlanta Punchline. February 6, 7, 8, DC Improv. The Saturday early show is sold out. Oh, I didn't know you had more.
I didn't either.
February 14th, there might be seats. 15th is sold out in AC. And then February 28th, one show in Pittsburgh, the Carnegie Music Hall.
Nice.
Well.
And I'll be going to the Borgata.
Yes, I'm happy you're coming to that.
I am so happy I'm going to that, too.
That would be a great show.
Me and my family, we're all going to laugh. We'll laugh our asses off. If you want to laugh, go see Steven Singer. He's a funny fuck, that guy. Did you screw up your Christmas gift that you got your significant other, your gal? If you did, you got a chance to make it up for Valentine's Day. Or if you did very well, this is a great gift, too. It's Steven Singer's, you know this. Come on. For $59, you get a real long-stemmed rose dipped in pure 24-karat gold. Gold finger! This is a gift that's going to last forever. Even longer than your dumb fake love. Plus, you'll get credit for this forever. So why talk about Valentine's Day already? Because the hated man that is Steven Singer, he sells out of these every year. But he wants to be sure the listeners get their first shot at ordering the brand new color, and that would be Ocean Blue. The Ocean Blue Rose. It's beautiful. You rock. You rock. And limited quantities are available. I always want to say limited qualities are available, but Stephen wouldn't like that. Limited quantities are available, so order yours today. Stephen makes it easy. Go online. You know the website, IHateStephenSinger.com. Click on the Real Long Stem Rose, choose your color, and have it shipped to your door. The Real Long Stem Rose comes shipped in a beautiful gold gift box with your personalized message of love enclosed, and that's free. Listen up, Steven Singer. He's a guy you could trust. In Philly, it's the other corner of 8th and Walnut. And online, for the wonderfulness of Steven Singer, it's IHateStevenSinger.com.
We missed a big story.
What did we miss?
That is going down.
What the fuck?
I'm on Deadspin. Witness, Kellen Winslow, who plays for the Jets, tight end, was jerking it in his car before pot arrest. Oh,
he got arrested for weed.
New York Jets tight end Kellen Winslow was arrested for alleged marijuana possession in a parking lot last November, but a newly released police report from the incident reveals that smoking weed may not have been the only thing Winslow was up to that day. He may have also been masturbating in his car.
Who's jacking in their car?
This information comes to us from NJ.com's Dom somebody. He got the police report. There was a witness. As she exited...
shit. See? It's what we were talking about at the top of the show.
As she exited her vehicle, she commented to the male regarding how cold it was as she stood near the open driver's side window of the Escalade that Kellen Winslow was in. So I guess she pulled up next to him, I guess. Yeah. And it was cold, and he had his window down, so she goes, oh, it's cold out here. She observed the male's erect penis. She stated that she believed he was masturbating. The woman provided a written statement regarding her account. The report states that when police arrived on the scene, because he was pretty fucked up, Winslow's genitals were not exposed, but that two open containers of Vaseline. Don't you only need one?
What are you needing two?
Yeah. Right.
Just moving up each hand.
Were visible on the car's center console.
Yeah. Jacking your dick, working your balls like Captain Queeg. Waiting for the goodness to come out, the strawberries and whipped cream.
Who uses Vaseline? Was he jerking off in 1980?
He had two open Vaseline jars. Yeah. When police asked Winslow what he was doing, he told them that he was looking for Boston Market.
Keep fucking that chicken.
Exactly.
Wow.
That's just breaking. On Deadspin, if you want to go there and check it out.
I'm sure that'll be the top story on the news.
I hope so. Oh, boy.
Doubt it.
Yeah. All right, we're off Monday. We'll see you guys Tuesday.
Monday King.
Great week of radio. It was fun. We'll see you guys. Bye.
I want to take this opportunity to thank you all for listening to the Opie and Anthony show. You know, as always, we as people enjoy the things we enjoy, but all good things must come to an end. And as we reach the conclusion of the Opie and Anthony show, instead of being sad, we can look forward to what comes next. So remember to think of this not as the end of dirty jokes, but the beginning of a whole new set of ones. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other. Sam Roberts is coming up next.